African Americans in this have passports?
39%.
39%.
And out of that 39%, what is the percentage of black men who had those passports versus black
Oh,
women?
that's African American. I mean, I don't know. It didn't. I don't think it said men. I can't say. Men.
And we both know that African American women have more passports than black men, right?
I don't know. I don't see them statistics. I don't see them. I don't see it. It say, it just say black Americans. So they didn't do it by gender. So I can't say that.
I mean, look, I'm not trying to shit on my brothers or whatever, but I'm just being real. Typically, I would say that in Atlanta is a very small city. Majority of people who live in Atlanta don't actually live in Atlanta. They live in the outskirts of Atlanta or the suburbs. And the people who live out in the outskirts of Atlanta and the suburbs have a whole completely different mindset than the people who actually live in the city of Atlanta. So maybe it all depends on maybe changing your circles. You can meet other type of women because you're constantly meeting women here's the thing. If you're constantly meeting women that's constantly requesting you to help pay their light bill, their gas, their car note, their rent, obviously you're checking the wrong type of people. You got to take some accountability.
These women what you don't understand, man, is there is a delusion to these women. I'm going to play this, and this is let you know. It don't matter. This is what they expect. They expect you should be wanting them no matter what they did, what they make, anything. Roll the tapes.
Not much.
You got kids?
Of course.
How many you got? Why you huffing and puffing?
Because I got 6.
God damn to the left.
Why?
I mean, I ain't trying to deal with that shit.
Nigga, you ain't got to deal with that shit. I take care of mines, nigga.
You got 6 kids?
Yes, and I take care of mines. You ain't got to take care of mines.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, I'm still good.
She belongs to the streets.
So to the left?
Yeah.
Tú estás loco. Por cojones.
Don't do that. That shit turn me on, though, kid. I ain't gonna lie. Come on, get up out of here. Get up. Come on, baby.
To the right. To the right. It ain't to the left. To the right. To the right, nigga.
Security. Hey, get her ass. I done heard about. Hey.
So, bro, it don't matter. She like keep going anyway.
I'm sorry.
That's what you say.
I'm sorry. That was fake.
Oh man,
yeah. I can see it. That's not a real situation.
I got 2 brothers in the back. Let me bring up Ronan first, and then because Ronan may have a little more sense. I know Passport Blueprint, you have some sense, but Ronan, man, what's wrong with this dude, man? He done went to the country. He done smoked some, or drank some Mama Wana or some.
Man, are you on your first bottle or your second bottle, Kano? I'm just asking.
Nah, I'm on 1 glass, man.
1 glass?
Yeah.
Wifey got you trained like that already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Hey,
I'm
man.
impressed.
A happy home is a happy home. So,
I understand that. I understand that, but yeah, I'm sorry, bro. You've been living in bliss for a while now.
No, I haven't.
You've been having your cake and eating it too, and now you're trying to settle down and we all Gen Xers sitting at this table, man. We all of us, from the front to the back.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm sorry. I was in culture shock when I got divorced in 2016. After being married for 9.5 years. And it changes rapidly. Within a year, dating situations and scenery, everything changes. Nothing is consistent anymore. So some of the ideas I used to have as traditional values, why you think I'm in the Philippines right now looking at a chick to deal with? Because they still have those old school values. Those traditions have been lost. They're gone. Never to be seen again, because a brother can't talk to a black woman to fix her. Other black women got to talk to other black women to fix them.
And hold on,
we can't do it no more.
Ronan, now, brother, you have been what they call in the trenches. You've been in the trenches with me. We done been back to back. For
the last week and a half, bro. I swear to God.
We've been in this. So what Kanal is saying, I just need to know what Kanal is. He's delusional, man. You have no idea. That's why I
Spoke
said
up for a woman, defended her from a racist, and she said, "I don't need your help. I can defend myself." Bruh, he literally called her a mammy. And I said, "Oh no, we're not doing that in here. You're gonna call her by her name." And she literally said, "Oh no, I defended myself." No, you did not. You didn't even know what mammy was because she was Ethiopian. So she didn't understand. He wasn't saying mommy like the Latin word of calling somebody maybe a sexy mommy. It was mammy. It was racist. She couldn't even identify. And when I spoke up to defend her afterwards, she said, "Oh, well, I defended myself." In what world did you defend yourself when you didn't even understand the meaning of the word and the inference it was used in? This is the delusion. And she said, "Oh, we shouldn't have any black men." She said, "I wouldn't care if the whole world stopped having men." She's a feminist. The feminist movement is radical.
And brother, hold up, Ronan. Was it because it would be, I wouldn't say okay. Now let me play this because because this preference is what I'm about to say.
Men used to be men. Now you millennial motherfuckers running around worrying about what women think and how they feel and apologizing and shit. It's embarrassing.
Apologizing is embarrassing?
Yes, men don't apologize. That's a trap they set for us. Real men just own this shit.
Ronan, I'll ask you. It would be different if it was just women defending this woman. It was men asking, bro. Ronan, please.
Yeah. Oh my God. But it makes no sense anymore. There is nothing logical in the way these women think. Just like the new phrase, would you rather run into a bear in the woods or a man? These women are saying they'd rather run into a fucking bear than a man because they don't feel protected around men. Here, in the flip side, a black woman was being attacked by a Latino racist in a room. As a gentleman, I spoke up for her. And that's just the thanks I got. "Oh, I didn't need you to help me. I could have done that on my own." How so? Still to this day, she felt like she defended herself, even in her own room. And she's a radical feminist. She doesn't believe in marriage. She would rather have two husbands, which is delusion on herself. She's already in her 50s.
And she's not only said that, she said, you gotta pay me to have sex. When you have sex with me, you gotta
every woman should be collecting money every time they have sex. Basically prostitution. Not out of love, not out of connection, none of those things. It's got to be transactional.
It's a whole different world. She talked about everybody else she wanted to talk about, but if you said something, if she could talk about anybody she wanted to, but if anybody said anything to her, you was like you were attacking her. See, Kanal, you living in a whole different world, man. These women out here are not like that. Before you answer that, let me get to Ray Money. Ray Money is in the house. Ray Money, brother, you always show up to give me, it's like a woman. A woman when you need that, like a child, a little baby. Like, little babies, Kanal, when they need that. He always makes sure we got that milk money every week, all the time. Anytime we need that Similac, he don't lack. Ray Money is in the house. That's why you don't speak up for these women. Well, hold up. Now that's not me and Ronan. I give these 304s equal rights and equal lefts. Kanal defending them, baby. Kanal, break it up. Kanal defending them. He taking them to the grave.
Now, keep in mind, I'm not defending any 304s. All I'm saying. Not all women think that way. Yet you guys are lumping a small minority group of women to represent the vast majority of women. So that's what I'm pushing back.
But let's be real about this. A lot of women, even though they might not be radical feminists, they're taking advantage of those rules. And they pick and choose when they want to be feminist and when they want to be feminized or feminine. You get what I'm saying? Some women, they don't want you to do anything. I'm independent, da 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 da, just like this delusional woman you just heard. Then all of a sudden, on the flip side, oh well, you need to be paying something. I'm not paying anything.
I mean, come on here, man. Do you guys actually think majority of women in the United States think and feel the way that you guys are talking about right now? Like, just be honest. Are you out there speaking to these women beyond social media, not social media bullshit? Like, are you out there in the streets talking to them when you're out and about grocery runs? Are you talking to these women and they're telling you these same things that you're telling me?
Yes,
I'm a pretty approachable guy. I mean, Kanala is too.
Now they hide it a little bit. Now what they won't come out. You got to see. Here's a good thing. Older women, you got to read between them lines. They saying it, but they saying it in that hush way. You know, it's a whole secret way they putting it out there. So they not just coming out saying, "Oh, pay my bills, pay that." You know, their way is entirely different. The younger women just got bold, and they just like, yeah, you got to take care of this. They just got bold with it. A whole different aspect. I'm gonna bring up my man because I know he got a good perspective on it. Let's bring up Passport Blueprint to the field. Passport Blueprint, brother, how are you doing tonight? The question is, do men earn too little or do women want too much? Now, as you have seen, just a preference, a guy's making 95,000 and he is 5,000 short of what her goal is, and she won't date him just because he don't make enough. From the other shows, we had Gayle King. Gayle King dated a man, took all his money. He done went on trips, went dinner dates, Ocean Prime, got all that good food. And he fell on hard times for 3 days. 3 days is all he fell on hard times for. Say, hey, baby, can I borrow a little bit of money from you? So he wants to borrow some money, pays her back in full. Went not 2 weeks later, not when she had to ask him. He paid her back when he said she could. After that, she still said, I don't want you. I don't respect you. Then we got the other thing where it showed my man Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp. Take a girl on a date, you treat her. You don't ask nothing in return. She takes you and you said, I'm not feeling this. It's not where I want. She sends you a text like, here go half the bill, you gotta pay me. So,
oh my Lord, who's in the back chat right now?
who is that? Uh-oh.
What you doing here, girl? I thought you said you didn't want. Okay, let her up. Come on, let her up. Let her up.
I'm gonna let him converse, and then we'll do that. So, Passport Blueprint, what is your experience, my friend? And we seem to have Victoria in the chat. Please, Victoria, we might need you to come up because we are having male perspective.
It'll be a miracle if you can get Victoria to come up. She don't know.
3 men on the panel and 1 feminist. And what we trying to do is have this conversation. Passport Blueprint, what say you?
Wait, hold on. Did you just call me a male feminist?
He just got it.
Fuck? hey, dog. Don't get it twisted now. You know I'm bigger than your ass, man. Shit, calm the fuck down, playboy. Shit, I just caught on.
It took him a while to get
it. Hey, watch yourself, man. Watch yourself.
We got to go drinking one night.
Go ahead, brother.
All 3 of us got to go drinking one night. I think it's women want too much. And it's not all women, but there's that certain community of women that expect guys to, break out and pay for everything because they want to live this so-called reality TV show lifestyle.
Facts.
Truth in
That's
that.
where the problem is. And that's when we start getting into issues and stuff. And that's why you have guys that are looking at this whole situation and they're saying, yo, grab a passport and let's just go because it's monotonous. Now, the thing is, when I see a woman who's sitting here talking about, I need a guy who makes six figures, that is automatically transactional. Okay? Because make it make sense. You want a dude to make six figures and you have all this requirement, but you'll give it to Pookie and Ray Ray for free. And they ain't got spit. Make it make sense to me. You hear about these situations where guys are,
what if she says to you, you know, you paying all these tricks for money, you going overseas to DR and Colombia and spending all your plane money and hotel money on all these tricks, but I'm just asking for what, you know, for that.
well, if I'm going over there, which you can't prove I'm going over there for that, because a lot of guys don't go overseas for this and that. Like my trip next week to Brazil, I'm not going down there for that. That's something that's just pretty much, I guess, guy stuff, where I'm trying to build a long-lasting relationship with somebody I'm putting trust in, putting my heart and soul in. There's a difference. Okay. I don't want the woman who I'm looking to put a ring on and have my last name to be acting like what I'm paying for overseas. That's the difference. I expect you to be of a certain caliber of woman, not someone who just sees me as an ATM machine. That's what I'm looking for. And again, I'm not saying all women in the United States are like that. There's just a certain community on social media who wants to live like the Kardashians, that want to play this lifestyle and want to get all these ghetto chicks that want to get all these expensive bags, which, for example, not to sway off topic, but a 30,000 burger bag only costs about $700 to make. So I'm wasting the rest of that money on what? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So rich people are rich because they make smart moves, smart financial moves. That's why they dress poor. They don't always, and I live in outside of Scottsdale, Arizona, and we got rich people left and right. And they've taught me the game. Don't waste your money. They shop at Walmart. I will tell you right now, Shea Boulevard, Scottsdale, right now, Lambos, Porsches, Rolls Royce parked outside of IHOP for dinner. IHOP, not Ruth Chris and all these other fancy places. IHOP. And they roll up at multi-million-dollar mansions. The rich stays rich because they don't waste their money and throw it away on stupid stuff.
But do you think that the girl is willing to go to IHOP because she knows what he's capable of? You know, a lot of chicks will just say, oh, you know, I can do that because I know exactly what he can do. You know, a lot of guys do that.
If they can get that dude, because the bottom line is they don't realize that to make that type of money, guys are smart. They know how to read the room. If you're sitting there shooting your mouth off and you're acting a certain way, that's going to be like our indicators. Like, do I really need her? This dating market has gotten global. So
Pat,
why would I need her?
ask your age? May I ask your age? Or you can give me like a...
I got my half a century.
All right.
Yeah,
so maybe, you know, and this is no fault on you. You know, most of the guys here are older. So our experience is different. Like when Kanal talks about getting cooked for and the white chicks give him some money, he talking about the 2000s. I mean, he talking about when what's the name? Vanilla Ice was out. You know, he back in that time. He not talking about today. So, you know, so we in a whole different generation. How do you feel about that new generation? You know, because how do you feel what they're asking for?
Well, this new generation need to get off those smartphones and off of social media and actually go out and interact and be human beings. And that's something I agree with Kanal on.
Thank you.
No, hold up here, but hold up. Technology is here. So you say, no, you're saying what they should do. So let me give you an example. I've met girls where, you know, I've gotten the number. They give you the number and you're like, okay, I've got the number, and you call them. And when you call them, they say, what, hello? Yeah, I'm giving you a call. What are you calling me for? Why don't you text me? You're like, wait, can't we have a conversation? You can't have a conversation. They don't want it's all that text message. It's none of that.
Move on.
But it's gonna be you done ranged out half the people.
Well, see, here's the thing. See, I can start. Like if I see like one time I dated this girl.
One second before you go. Hey Maya, you didn't have to drop. I just wanted to ask the passport blueprint question. You can come up whenever you want. As soon as he finishes his sentence, you can come up if you want. I'll keep my quiet. If you want to come up, you can come up.
Maya, please come back up. Be quiet, Killer. You antagonize her. Y'all are oil and vinegar, bro. Y'all are oil and vinegar, bro. That's just the way it is. It's like big brother, little sister type of shit. Just get on each other's nerves.
Yeah. It's like, for example, I think.
All right, let's do this. 1 second, guys. We're gonna add Maya because she's been waiting in the background for some time.
Okay, cool. So. That's cool.
Hey, welcome Maya, and also too. Hey, we're gonna welcome Ray Money. He's been contributing to the show, so I'm gonna add him as well. What's up, Ray Money? How you doing, man?
Salute.
1 second. I gotta give Ray Money his flowers before we start, because that brother, you know, I seen him get some cash somewhere else. That made me a little upset. I was hurt. It was like a female, you know, like, man, he taking that other dude on a date. He doing that. He bouncing. Give a shout out to Ray Money is in the house.
All right. Hey, Maya, welcome to the show. Well, we definitely want to hear a woman perspective of all of this hot topic that's going on right now. So, what are your thoughts on it?
I think there's a small percentage of women that is being brought up in this discussion, especially compared to women my age versus this new era of women, which, you know, I disagree with a lot of the actions and their mentality that they take, but not all women are looking for six-figure men. There's a lot of very simple, down-to-earth women out here that's just looking for an organic connection and authenticity, and it's out there and it's here, but social media plays a very, very big role in the dynamic of dating. I think that social media is taking a piece of people that just ain't meeting people, really. You got good guys that's not meeting good women. You got good women that's not meeting good guys. And that's just the reality of it. You log on, you can scroll for hours. What do they call it now? Doom scrolling. You go online and scroll and scroll and scroll, and you can see this and you can see that. And what you're actually seeking is not necessarily there. I know me and my girlfriends, we're over the age of 35. We're not really seeing what you guys are talking about. Not in a public eye, not out in public, Not what's tangible, not what you could touch, not what you could feel, not what you could taste, not what you can smell. No. No.
So what are these guys wanting then? If you what from you and your girlfriends are out, y'all see these guys, what is it that the women require and what do the men require? And if it's so easy for them, why aren't they, together? Why aren't they married? Why are they still single?
I need someone else to ask me that question.
I'm not going to give you understanding. I'm not going to give you this. And also, I'm going to also continue to always remind you how much I also don't need you.
So Maya.
Boo hoo 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 hoo. I need somebody else to ask me that question.
What is your
your
and your girlfriend's experience when it
more.
comes to what men are looking for and what you have experienced?
That's the thing. I don't even think the men out here know what they really looking for. Honestly, I think they're looking for what's on Instagram, and then when they see that it's not what it actually is, there may be a slight disappointment. Not everybody is a 10. Not everybody. First of all, okay, as a bartender, I'm going to be very transparent and honest. I deal with a lot of people that drink a lot. I deal with a lot of people that socialize. Majority of my clientele base, my Instagram followers, these are people that I actually meet in person. And sometimes when I actually see them, and I don't even know who the fuck they are. Because of the filters, you can shape your body any kind of way. You got AI technology now. They put the filters on their face, so when I see them in public and they come to the bar and they come and talk to me, and they be like, "Hey, girl, hey," and I'm like, "Hey," and then they're like, "I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Who are you?"
Damn,
that's the women, right?
Yeah, I never
the men. Well, yeah, majority of the women, yes. Honestly speaking, yes.
Yeah. So imagine how we feel when we go meet them.
Well, I mean, that's up to your discretion. Like if I see a guy that has slimmed himself up on a pic, I really care. You know what? I really don't care too much about the physical. I care so much about the mental and your principles and your character, because you could be fat, but as a woman, I could majority of the time put you on a diet to fix you up. You get what I'm saying? But women tend to do things to aesthetically attract a man. You get what I'm saying? Because obviously, or I really don't know what's going on in this whole shit out here, but they want to look good, they want to smell good, they want to look like they got it, because they want to attract the men to give them the things that they desire, even if they don't have it.
Right. And I think men and women are a bit different in what their wants are and what sparks initial attraction. I think men are more visual creatures, so that visually impacting profile picture that women put up as their representative sometimes can be misleading, especially when men take it beyond that first initial step and begin communicating, and we get on video chat or we meet in person, and like they're not the person that you represented online.
I agree, but that's where the discretion comes from. Like me personally, I don't do any online dating. I don't date people that DM me, because I really don't know who you are. I want to see you in the physical before anything. I need to feel your energy. I need to know your vibe. I want to see how you move. I want to see how you socialize with other people. I want to see that. So the Instagram thing or the Snapchat doesn't necessarily get me. But when you say that men and women are different, this is a true fact. But men are aesthetically driven. Am I right? Y'all just had a lady bouncing on the ball, right?
I mean, that's just entertainment.
Cool.
Hold on, that's just entertainment, though.
I'm just saying, men are physically driven. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're 100% correct. Yeah, we're driven by the initial what she looks like up front. We don't care about anything going on up here for the most part.
Right, because if my teeth hanging out my mouth and it's doing a crip walk, and I'm fat and I got you not fucking with me.
Exactly.
My point. So
Not true.
women have the tendency to do these things and extrovert in that typical manner for attraction. It's like a peacock. You're gonna put out your tail to say, hey, look at me. This is me. This is what I want. And naturally, women desire a provider. Now, how she gets it and what she does to get that is two different things.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit though. It's just misleading, right? There are ways that a woman can accentuate her natural beauty to attract a man that's for her. I just think that women overshoot their natural beauty and aim for men they can't obtain. I think all women have that innate sort of desire to have a man that they cannot themselves get that's on their level. I think guys suffer from it too, right? But
I
we live in
agree.
the social media world where everything is extra and inflated and extra filters thrown on. I think with the filter thing, I think it's more of the ladies doing it than the men that are partaking in that. I think men kind of showboat in other ways, more about the stuff that they have
And men typically showboat. Men typically showboat with their money. Women use their looks and men use money. And the more money they have, the better, the sexiest, the prettiest woman they want because they can actually obtain it.
I mean, also too, just keep in mind that the same things that we complain about, we take that overseas. So when the guys, so if a guy is unable to be flamboyant here in the States, guess what? He's flamboyant overseas. We all seen that. We seen the guys with the big gold chains, with the with the drip and everything else. They want to be seen because they can't do it here in the States.
But
They
that's
you
not every man because
no,
you
no,
got rich men, and I've dated doctors, I've dated a lawyer, I've dated NFL players, I've dated NBA players, I've dated basketball players that played overseas. It's all the same thing, really.
You dated
It,
or in
it
a relationship?
it's all the same. Pardon?
Dating or in a relationship with?
I've been in
Two different things.
relationships.
Okay. Yeah.
And the only reason that I haven't maintained a relationship with them typically is due to infidelity. Is that's just really what it is. I can't
But that
be
comes with
with
the
you.
territory, right?
But see,
I,
listen.
I mean, obviously, that comes with the territory. Unless they're a man that just decide that that's something that's not in their character or it's not aligned with what they actually want.
But listen to what she said, guys. She dates this man, and they're not faithful. So it would seem as though if you're up here dating this man, and he's that $100,000 man, he's not faithful. Wouldn't it be sensible just to lower your standards? But that's not what women won't do. They won't
But
say
even
it.
when you but even when you lowered your standards, the same thing happens. So I don't believe it to me, from my perspective in my life, what I believe, I just don't believe monogamy is really a thing.
So then
That's
it should
unfortunate.
matter if you're faithful or not.
That's true. It's
I
not.
just don't
It's
believe.
a
I
recent
just don't.
construct.
I don't believe
That's
it.
not
It's
true.
too.
That's not true. I can't listen to that.
No, I'm saying
I'm
it's
just. I'm
Unfortunate.
just
I'm
saying
sorry.
that's.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry for your experience. It's unfortunate you've never met a man that could actually be faithful to you.
I
That's
haven't.
unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. No man in here can say they've never been not faithful to one woman in their lifetime. So it's unfortunate she's had to experience that because there are plenty of men that can be faithful to one woman.
but
I
here's
don't
the
want
thing.
her to have that
She's
perception and don't say it is true.
But no. But
Because
Ronan. But listen. That's just my belief at this point in my
but
life,
that's your
right?
experience as well, is what you
And
said.
that's my.
You
And
have
that's
never
and
met a
true.
man that has been able to stay faithful.
I have never in my entire
And
life.
that's unfortunate.
But if you okay, if you've accepted the fact that no men are faithful, then I don't see the issue. Because that means you can date and just say I've accepted the fact that y'all not faithful and you don't
I
complain.
haven't, and I have accepted it. So my thing right now in my life, and what I want to do and how I would like to align and move forward is simple transparency. Like, let me know where you stand. Let me know where you at. Let me know what we're doing.
What's your goal for dating?
Well, I'm not dating right now because I'm taking a break from dating. I mean, I went on one date in the past year and it really didn't go that well because he was on Instagram on the date. And I was just like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
What?
it's shitty.
Maya, let me ask you a question. Is the issue not with you, but with some of these women, is the issue more or less like their vetting process is flawed? They're not vetting and getting the proper guys.
I
That they
can't say that because I have a group of women that I conversate with. I mean, like I said, I'm a bartender, so I meet a lot of people and I hear a lot of the same thing over and over and over again. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a vetting issue because a lot of people wear a mask and you don't necessarily see who they are and what they are until after
Exactly.
3 months or after 6 months that this isn't the person that I met or this isn't the person who represented themselves to be.
Right. Everybody puts on airs. They put their best foot forward. They always pretend to be something they're not. And it takes you a while to take down those walls to actually figure out who you're really dealing with. So she's right about that.
But here's
So
but, but
and especially when you a woman and they want you and a man is on a pursuit, they will do any and everything to get exactly what they want out of you. And then when they can't maintain that persona anymore, it's kind of like, I can't keep this shit up no more. I'm down now.
But to be fair, women do the same thing.
No, true enough. It goes
Okay.
both ways.
Okay. All right.
But here's the thing. Now we just been on this panel, and Maya says she's at the bar. She hear all these complaining people, and they can't get along. And Kanal is saying, "Oh no, I can do it. It's easy out there. This is easy. I don't know what you guys are simps and suckers and don't know how to approach women. So what is it? I mean,
But
either
if you if you were a man to approach me in the right way and in the right manner, and I get to know you without you putting sex on the table and without you automatically believing that I want a $200 date or a $300 date based on what you're seeing on social media, yeah, we can get along because I don't need to go on a $200, $300 date. I do that on my own at least 2 to 3 times a week. So you taking me on a $200, $300 date is not even necessary. We can go to a park and have a fucking picnic, and I can make a charcuterie board and go get some wine from Aldi, and we could sit and talk about it. I don't need you to take me over a $200, $300 date for me to determine what your worth is. And that's a lot of women out here that does the same thing.
So this
But
is never understand.
See,
And
see,
somebody help. If there's a lot of women out here are cool with you just taking me on a simple picnic date, I just want you to be up front. I want you to do all that. Why are these chicks still complaining about being single? Because if I was a guy and I'm like,
because
I
you're
don't
focusing on too much on social media. A
know if
lot
I'm
of
my point is that my point.
on the
And
chick,
then also too, this is a very small majority of people that are not being truthful. This is just a false persona that people are putting out online. I could hear people talking about so much shit at this bar that is unbelievable to me. And they tell me to follow them on Instagram. And I just saw them driving off from the bar in a fucking 2012 Hyundai with the damn lights busted out because they probably done crashed or got in an accident. And that's not really their reality. So a lot of people are lying to themselves. So my question is, before you date or before you get out here and decide to socialize and vet someone, how do you address your inside and your truth? Because people lie to themselves every day. And when you lie to yourself, you lie to everybody else. And that's where the breakdown is.
here's the thing. A lot of you guys think that what you see on social media is real. A lot of people
she
are
just
faking the
said it's
funk.
not social
No,
media.
no. Trust me. I'm in marketing. I could give you a perception to make you think what you want to think, just to persuade you to do something. Roland, you in sales, marketing, sales, dude. We'll do things just to give you that perception, just to convince you to take an action. So again, a lot of stuff you guys see on social media is not real, man. It's not
And
real.
perception is not all reality, because I got a group of friends and I could do things and post some extravagant pictures. I could go right now and take a picture next to a jet, and I could go get me a Birkin bag and take a picture with it, and I could look like $1 million fucking dollars. Am I worth $1 million? Absolutely not. But can I do it? Absolutely, I can. I even have a social media where I don't even have any pictures, because I don't want to attract that type of energy to me, where people to look at me and decide, is she worth it or is she not? Should I DM her or should I not? I don't want you to DM me. I want to see your ass in person.
So
I want you in the
this that takes the picture on social media next to the 2012 Honda Accord with the broken lights. That's a dude you'll say, hey, I'll swipe right.
What did you just say?
The guy who shows on his social media 2012 Honda Accord, broken tail light or whatever it is, that's the guy you're going to swipe right on?
I don't know why his car broke, but if he has good character and good morals and good principles, I would have to really see, like, hey, well, what's going on? Why is your car broken? Like, are you
What if he's
good? Is
happy with
every
his car that way?
maybe that's the car he want to drive, but what car he drive does not determine the person that he is. Maybe that's the car he just chose. Maybe he don't want a new car. What if he tell me, like, hey, that's not just me getting a new car, and payments is just not in my budget. I could either roll with it or I have the choice not to. It's up to me personally.
But why
Do
would he
that
have
mean
to
that he's
explain it to
disqualified?
you?
Why is it that only the top 10% of men get swiped right on social media? Now that's
I don't know. I can't answer that because I'm not a social media person. I'm a realist. I meet people in person.
So that means the women are the one choosing. And so that means they're not choosing the guy with the 2012 Honda Accord that's broken. They only swipe.
But do you have a 2012 Elantra with a busted out light?
No, I don't.
So it shouldn't matter. That's not your business.
I mean, all right.
No, it's the point. It's the point that he's making.
It's not
He
your
doesn't have
business
to-
what
he doesn't
somebody,
have to
but
have
this
it.
is the thing. What a woman chooses is not a man's position to determine. This is what y'all men got to stop doing. Y'all men have to stop saying what a woman should tolerate, accept, or deal with for any reason, because you're not a woman. It's your place as a man to stand in your position as a man, do what you do for yourself, have your own outlook, have your own standards, and deal with it and roll with it. So if this woman is on social media and requesting this and want that, if she's not in your tax bracket, walk away and leave it alone. It's really just that simple. But to continuously hone on the negative side of whatever is out here on social media, it's really a waste of time. So what is the solution? What do you do for yourself? Are you looking on the inside or are you looking on the outside? So if Kanal says that it's easy to meet and greet and entertain women and get pussy and get money and whatever it is that he does, that's for him. But if it's not easy for you, you got to find a lane that you're fucking need to drive in and do just that. It's really just that simple.
Obviously, it's not easy for half the women you talk to at your bar. You just
But guess what? Women have choices. I got a choice to do exactly what it is that I want to do with any man.
Okay, stop.
Let
me say this. Let me say this real quick. We all know women have the right of choice to have sex.
Correct.
Men have the right of choice for marriage. So ultimately, yeah, you guys can turn down a whole bunch of hard legs every damn day, twice on Sunday, because you have that right to choose. My body, my choice, all the things behind that. You get what I'm saying? So ultimately, women do have the choice when it comes to sex. That man has the choice of whether he's going to turn around and actually put a ring on you.
But can I ask you this question?
Go ahead.
What if what society says you should be doing as far as getting married and having a white picket fence and all this fluff?
That's Disneyland bullshit.
What if somebody doesn't want that? What if What if I'm in a space where I say, I don't want marriage. I don't want the responsibility of marriage. What if I want a companion? What if I want somebody that I could go spend the night with 3 days at his place and he come 2 days at my place, and I'm going to take care of him and I'm going to cook for him. I'm going to clean for him and I'm going to treat him like a man, but I just don't want the marriage. What if that's my choice? Or what if I do
The
want to
way
get
that you just verbalize that, if other women would verbalize it the same way, they would find a whole bunch of men real quick, and they wouldn't want it anymore because they would have it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So to each
Because
his
men
own.
are very accommodating when it comes to that kind of what you just said right there. A lot of men would go for that just alone. They wouldn't need
What if
all the
I
other
what if
stuff
but I'm just saying,
if you were good with that.
what if I don't want to wake up to you every day 365
A lot
days
of
of the
men don't
year?
want to wake up to the women they're with every day,
My
365
point
days a
exactly.
year.
And guess what? At the bar, and at the bar, you got to understand,
Right.
I'm almost like a therapist. So I meet a lot of people. Once they get that liquor going, it's a lot of trauma dumping and a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
problem dumping, which I appreciate the conversations and I love them. Even today, I had one of my bar guests that come up there all the time. He told his wife he was at work, but their neighbor came in and he fucking ran out the fucking back door like hell. Okay. He ran
Your
out the
bar
back
that you're
door. So
talking about wasn't a strip club though, right?
You
no.
Okay,
being
okay.
lie to you, so there got to be a reason why they feel they got to lie. If you just came to a man and said, "Look, I don't care who you fuck, you can just fuck me twice a week," he'd be like, "Shit, okay."
Yeah, he would be accommodating to that.
You wouldn't
Not necessarily, because a lot of men, even if you say that, men get in their feelings too, and they want more. A lot of men want more,
That's a
even if
selfish
you say.
man. But you know that's a selfish man, and that goes both ways too. There's a lot of women that are very selfish too. They want that man and the other man, and they'll hold on to both of them instead of letting one go because they don't really like that one. But they
So
know
this
that
is
one gives them a lot of. That's why y'all can have anywhere from 10 to 15 numbers on your phone, and you know exactly who to call and when to call. If you need a certain particular thing, you need your car fixed, you can call Johnny. You need to have a go out on a nice dinner. You know, Art will do that for you.
But
You
what's the
guys have
problem?
that. We don't.
But what's
We
the
could
problem with
possibly have
that,
that.
Ronan?
It's not a problem, but it works both ways. And we all leverage what we have. Okay, men, like you said, we leverage our money and our assets and all that. Okay, you guys leverage your beauty, but at the end of the day, there's a deadline for a lot of these things when it comes to actually being productive in life. And sooner or later, somebody's got to call it quits.
But I don't need a man to be productive in my life because I can be productive without
There we
you.
go again. We know that you can be productive by yourself. That's not the point. Men can
So
be
what's the point?
productive by themselves too. When do you give
Absolutely.
all that up about being just so independent and say, I want to compromise so that we both can get along?
But what if you never choose or want or have a desire
And you have
to,
that right. Everybody
to
has that right to
compromise?
choose. Everybody has that right to choose to not compromise or whatever. And like
I
you
don't want to
announced,
wake up. I don't
but
want
here's the thing,
nobody.
like you announced, you have an idea, and that idea is straight outright solid as an idea. If you could tell a man that, hey, I would prefer to have this type of relationship with you, and if that man was any kind of a genius, he would agree to it. Unless again he was being selfish, and then would you consider him a man for being non-progressive and selfish instead of considering that truly in his heart of hearts, if he thought about it, that would be a convenient relationship for him.
Yeah, man, look,
He would have all his needs met. You would have all your needs met. He could
Yep.
focus on his life. You could still focus on your life with no pressures whatsoever.
You know what? Hey, I want to do something. I want to, because we're kind of going off topic a little bit. Fearless, can you play that video with that lady, Oprah's friend, in regards to her losing
Gail.
Gail?
Yeah.
Play the Gail video.
I wanted to get Maya take on this as far as like what's her thoughts on that video.
I'm sure she's seen it, but yeah, refresh her memory.
Give me 1 second.
Because I remember that video too.
Give me 1 second. But the thing is, if man, I want to ask the guy before we get there. If women, I mean, man, that's like a dream. If a woman said, look,
Yeah,
I just need you to come over here twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, break my back. We don't have to go out. We don't have to do anything. You can just smash. I don't eat
Ain't
nothing.
nobody talking about not going out. We still got to have some type of relationship besides in the fucking bedroom. Now, be realistic here.
So
Whatever you said, exactly the way you said it. If she said it that way, if women were that forward, just like men would be honest and actually arrange exactly what they want in a relationship, if they were honest enough instead of lying, the shit will work out.
But people don't do that because people are stuck on what society says. They would be like, well, that's so unnormal. Why would you just want somebody to come and fuck you? Because that's what the fuck I want. So what's wrong with that?
Let me accentuate that real quick. Hold on. Let me accentuate that real quick. You asked earlier, Fearless, how many people have met or had a relationship with somebody they met online?
Mm-hmm.
My second marriage, I met her online. This is back with the Black Planet days.
Oh, my brother.
Still wasn't when it was a lot real comfortable about meeting. It wasn't real comfortable about meeting people online. It was like a faux pas. It was a no-no. You know, we literally lied to our parents about how we met each other. Specifically because back then it wasn't a social norm to meet somebody online, actually develop a relationship and get married to them. Now that marriage lasted almost 9.5 years. You know, some good times, a lot of bad because she got sick. But at the end of the day, the social norms have changed to where I don't know why there's not a whole bunch of ones that was in that chat when you ask them now. How many people have met and had a relationship with somebody they met online? It's more common than ever. It's no shame in it anymore. You know, but again, the social norms are changing, just like what Maya announced about how she would prefer to have a relationship. If men could only be so honest, like they still feel like they need to lie when they want to have more than one relationship. They don't need to lie. Women understand. We've had this conversation in other podcasts where Maya and other women have said, yeah, if the man was honest enough to say she would like to have, or they would like to have another person in the relationship, they would be open to it.
Hey, Roland,
yeah,
I want to share this testimony. And again, this happened some time ago. I met a woman. She was going through divorce. And basically, she told me straight up, listen, at this point in my life, I'm just looking for someone to have fun with.
Exactly.
And I was a person to have fun with. We traveled together. And again, I always kept my emotions in check. Beautiful woman, highly successful woman. But she made it clear, like, yo, Kanal, I just need you to please me. Distract me away from my problems that I'm going through. And that's what I did.
Okay, but Kanal, let me just say
guarantee
this.
you it was a great time.
And let me just say this.
There was no pressure in that either.
Hold up. To this day, we're still friends. To this day.
Let me say this. Let me say this about sex. Sex is such a beautiful union and connection, right? So even if in the point where it seems surface level, you don't know what that sex has done for her, and she doesn't know what that sex has done for you. Sex can be extremely healing. It can be extremely creative, and it can be extremely motivating. So if that's your request and that's what you want, get what you want. Why not?
But then how are any of your friends single? I mean, that would be
what's wrong being
guy that goes to the
Fearless,
club.
nobody cares about being single except for you, okay?
You're a plus. You're an afterthought. I can figure this out even if you wasn't here.
Nobody cares about being single except for you. And if anybody doesn't agree with you, you have this tendency to
your bar are saying they willing to have sex. No strings attached. Every woman should be happy because every man will fulfill those fantasies.
But you know that's not reality. So just
then that means you should be a person who should never complain about a man, because if you said that to a man, you would have men to say, you know what, this is the best thing I had. I can just come over, we had sex, go out a few times, I ain't got to worry about it, and I can do something with her. That is men's fantasy.
So but that's a man's fantasy. That's not necessarily every woman's fantasy, because even if I'm in a situation, it's not mine. That's not what I said.
That's what you wanted.
I never said that's what I wanted. I said, what if? That's what I said. So let's backtrack and say,
Because I swear that that's what she said. She said,
Well, yeah, because you're cockeyed in your left and you're cockeyed in your right. So maybe you're deaf in both ears.
Ray Money, maybe did you hear anything that I didn't hear?
I never
she
said
made a
that that's
straw
what
man
I
example.
wanted.
Well, you made a straw man example of what if a woman wanted to sleep with multiple guys, and what if a woman didn't want commitment?
I never said multiple guys. What I said, I'm gonna retract this, and I'm not saying that that's what I want. So let's be clear, so we can get this right. What if a woman didn't want a marriage? That's what I said. What if someone doesn't want a marriage? What if somebody doesn't
Most
want?
women.
I said, what if? I
Let her
can't
What
speak
if
finish
the
the
for
whole
most.
sky
question.
turns purple tomorrow? That's not making a point.
Let her finish the whole phrasing so we all have a good grasp on it.
No. What if the sky turns purple? What's the point? What do most women want?
I can't speak for most women because I don't know what they want. Because a lot of women could say they want one thing and really want another, and that's coming from a woman.
Wait, y'all. If y'all don't know who she is, Maya is very honest about her feelings and who she is. She ain't gonna give you no ghost answers. She's gonna
I'm
try to be as
giving you a real
doggedly
answer.
honest
Like
as
most
possible.
women
I
don't
know
know
some
what
of y'all
they
have never
want.
talked to this chick.
You know what?
She seems like a freaking unicorn to y'all, but she's not. She's real about her feelings.
What do most women idolize? They want a marriage. They want to get settled down. They want a happy
That's not
life.
every woman. Every
I'm
woman
not
don't
saying
want
every.
that.
I said most.
I don't know if most women want to be married because I don't know if they can even maintain a marriage.
What do most of your friends want?
Most of my friends don't want no marriage.
Well, you're a bartender, right? So,
right, I am.
So
Ray Money,
Maya,
do
basically,
you understand how difficult it is? I mean, I knew it wasn't me. I needed another brother to come in and show that it wasn't me.
I mean, guys. I mean, okay. I'm gonna push back a little bit. Okay, to the guys.
Oh Lord, here we
You're
go,
never
Chris.
gonna get it because you're not a woman.
Well,
so Maya, what you're saying basically in your scenario that you're giving, does that include just being with just one guy and not be married, or
for me, speaking for myself, not for all women, speaking for me, if I had a situation where I had companionship with a man and I decided that, hey, I don't want to be married, but I still want to connect with you. I like your energy. I like the time we spend. I like our sex. I like our situation. Right? If that were me, for me, that would be okay for me. I
so
can't say.
non-committal relationship.
Yeah, she's.
But
That's
can I be? But
consistent.
can I
She's
be?
answered that
But can I
before.
be? But can I be exclusive with you? Absolutely. In a situation, if I tend to
That's
say
consistent what she said before.
this is not working for me and I want to see somebody else, or if there is an option of somebody else for something that I want, I'm going to be transparent with you and I'm going to tell you.
But you already said you can handle a dude because men are not faithful. So it doesn't matter if you faithful to him, you can already handle that he's not going to be faithful to you. So
I can't handle that. I can handle a man not being faithful to me. What I can't handle is the lie. That's what I can't handle.
But when you tell a man that I don't want anything from you, we can just have sex, they don't lie. That's why
I would never tell a man. I would never tell a man that all I want is sex from him. I would never ever say that. You're missing the point. There has to be some type of connection and relationship with you in order for me to be intimate with you.
If you say I don't want a commitment with you and you can date whomever you want, I will be faithful to you. If every single man in that bar or wherever you go would jump on that opportunity.
But I don't say that at the bar because I'm at work. So I don't say stuff like that when I'm at work.
My thing is, it's like, okay, my thing is this: there's going to be a lot of focus on women wanting to get married, or they should be married or die alone or whatever. What about the men? How many men are dying alone?
I don't care me personally, I don't care if I die alone. Shit.
No. I'm talking to the males in the panel because you guys seem to focus so much on the women. How many men are fucking dying alone? How many
Men
fucking
don't
men
care
are?
to die. Men don't care.
No,
We don't
no,
care.
no,
We know
no,
where
no,
guys
no.
are.
They
What
care.
are you
They
talking
care.
about? Women are
They care.
social creatures. No, no, we don't. No, we
Yes, you
don't.
do.
I can go.
Yes, you
I
do.
can
Let me
go.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. This is one thing. This is wait. Hold on.
Listen,
So,
women are
this is
social creatures. Women love to be around other women, family, all this stuff.
so.
Men can go sit in the forest by himself
Yeah.
for years on end.
Some
But
men.
then again, but hold on. But then again, turn around, pay a prostitute to spend time with him because he's lonely, right?
It's rent. He's renting.
Wait. Come on, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Come on, stop it now. Listen.
No, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's some bullshit right there, bro. I'm
Why?
sorry. I've seen this shit too many times traveling all around the world. I see brothers saying, "Hey, I don't need a woman," but then again, you fucking pay money to spend time with a prostitute just to make you
pay
feel like you're
them to go away.
somebody.
You don't pay them to come. You pay them to go
Oh,
away.
come on.
That's what you do.
Come
No,
on,
you don't.
man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because I know some dudes. I know a girl right now sat at the bar 2 weeks ago where her trick wanted to be with her
I'm sorry, man.
because
That's
of his
bullshit.
loneliness. Cut it out. So this is what I'm saying.
That's
I don't judge anyone, and I'm not discounting that man for wanting more from that woman, because obviously he's been paying for her time and he enjoys the time that he spends with her and he wants more. I'm not discounting him for that. So this is what goes back to each his own. Meet your person. Do what you feel that you need to do in your life that works for you. We can't live on societal basis that say you should do this by 18. You should have this by 21. You should be doing this by 35, because that's cookie cutter. Not everybody's life is a cookie cutter. And most married men date like they single. And it's a fact. Most married men shoot a shot before a single guy would.
Let me read what Uncle Gunn said, because he's true. It's facts. And I was about to speak to it. Men don't die alone. Males do. Males that don't become men spend after 45 in complete misery. Men,
so what if you
listen,
so what if
your
you 45
edict,
and then
listen, let me tell you something. Your edict as a man is to what? Conquer, appropriate, protect, provide. These are edicts that are ingrained in your genetics. You're ignoring them if you don't.
Facts.
So anybody that's sitting here saying they would rather be alone than to not have female companionship in some way, you're fucking lying to yourself.
Oh,
Trust
it's
me.
not rather be alone. No. It's not rather
Thank
be
you,
alone.
Roland. Thank you, Roland.
It can be. Hold on. It can be alone.
You
right?
can be
we
alone,
don't
but not
mind
forever.
if we're
You're
alone.
still going to want that
We
companionship.
don't care.
Hence
No, you
why
do
you're
care.
gonna go
You do
rent a
care.
No, I don't.
female.
You do
Hence
care.
why you're going to go rent a female
Because
to
men,
do whatever,
men,
because you're still going to
See,
want that
listen,
tenderness.
Can I
men
ask a question?
Men value peace sometimes over companionship, because sometimes companionship can bring
You chose the wrong.
Here's
You
the
chose the
thing.
wrong companion.
If a man is sitting
man's
there
life,
saying
right?
they're trying to find peace, they just gave up on the hunt.
No, it's not
The
true.
reality of it is that
No,
that everybody.
right? So
You gave up on the hunt as a man because you couldn't find the
companionship.
right woman, and that's what you decided to do. You gave up.
It's not giving up. Why is it
That's
giving up?
exactly
It is
what it
giving
is.
up. It is giving up. That's the point. You gave up.
Wanting peace is giving up.
You can find that in a woman because the proper woman will give you the right peace. You're finding the wrong woman. So instead of you going out to find the right woman, which is your edict to go hunt, you gave up. So yes, you gave up. You gave up hunting for the woman that could give you peace.
So okay, going down the marriage route multiple times is that,
regardless if it's marriage or not, that's a society thing. Don't worry about that part. Find a woman that can give you peace, regardless of what situation it is.
You know how many brothers I've
gives you
met?
Peace. It doesn't matter whether you're married or not.
You know how many brothers I've met? Get your passport. And I see them overseas.
We die early as men without female companionship. Do you realize that, men?
Yes, sir.
And I'm not just talking to one person. I'm talking to everybody.
Yes,
we
sir.
die early. Why do you think that is? Because we're missing a part of ourselves from not doing that. Think outside of what society's telling you.
I get that, but the reality of it is that not everybody's gonna find somebody, and some of us are gonna die alone, sadly.
On both sides. Because of
On
the
both
ignorance
sides.
and the stubbornness The stubbornness that we have in our society right now has put us in such odds we can't find that peace. That's the problem. You have to break what society has taught and ingrained in you for the last 50 years because of the way they broke up our families.
And Ronan,
you have to fight
and
against
true
that.
story, and Ronan, true story. If there was a
and
man,
everything else to find that peace.
and Ronan, if there was a man that I met today or tomorrow that had great character, and I'm not talking about what's in his bank account, because I know a lot of rich fuck boys. Okay, that the money don't mean shit to me because it ain't in my bank account, first of all, and I really don't know how much you're gonna really contribute to my life. So that's null and void, right? If I were to meet a man who aligns with the things that I align with, if he likes to work out, if he eats well, if he's into nutrition, if he's into spirituality, if he's into himself, right? If he has children and he takes care of his children and family is something that he wants, would I submit as a woman immediately with no push and no fight? Absolutely. But how many of those? How many of those am I going to meet? I don't know.
Here we go. This is what I said 1,000 times, and you called me a liar. I said it's not. You always say you can meet a man, and I say yeah. It's not that you can't meet a man. It's the man you want doesn't want you. So that's I've said that. And
same goes for the men. Same goes for the men.
What are you first of all, the men that I want, it's not a fact of the men that I want don't want me. It's what the things that I require and look for is not necessarily out there.
You just said the same thing I just said.
But my thing is
it's not the same thing.
What about the
same thing I just said? Because if you could find a man with all of those qualities, you would do something. So that means there's a man out there who has all of them qualities. He's just not looking at you.
But why did you say that?
Because why he not you would be with him.
That's so far-fetched. Like, just log off. Really? You need to log off. Just log off. Just log off.
Time out.
Just log off.
Time out. My guy, oil and water.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Just log off, because you know what? He's really obsessed with me, and he got an issue. Or he has a personal
whatever
issue.
This is that just sees you for you. You know, I went on a date and I was really excited, very excited about it.
Cut you off. I just had to bring this over. So.
It's like I'm feeling a little male jealousy towards me. And that's fine, and that's cool. And you don't necessarily.
Hello, can we direct it towards the question? No personal attacks, please. No personal attacks. Can we just direct it?
Hey, I'm gonna say this.
Just stop talking to me, really.
Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus.
So I'm a host of the show. I'm talking to whomever I want. If you don't like it, you get off.
Don't talk to me anymore for the rest of the panel, okay?
All right, I'm gonna play this video.
Oh my goodness. Y'all gotta be related.
Out maybe 2 months, and then he said he really needed to talk to me. He wanted to have a private conversation. Okay, sure. What is it? Do you think you could lend me $4,000? And I'm like, oh God.
He jumped out with 4,000 out the gate, though?
I know, it's so
funny.
He
didn't test the water?
You know what Oprah said? Oprah said, God, I would have felt better if he had said $40,000.
You just went in your purse. Here you go. Here you go. Get out of here.
I don't carry cash yet.
They just asked you to cash app him now.
Huh?
You just could have cashed apped him now.
I know, guys, but I was so crushed because here's somebody who was making, 6 figures, successful. And when I said, could I ask what it's for? He said, yeah, it was for a child support issue and to pay a payment on some furniture. And Oprah goes, oh God, this is just getting worse. And I said, okay. And he said, this was Sunday. And he said, I promise I'll pay you back by Thursday. I promise I'll pay you Thursday. Okay. But I wrote it because I thought it had to be very difficult for him to ask me. And so I wrote it, and I just figured that would be that. That would be that. And he did pay me back on Thursday, but I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel the same.
That's sad.
But he did, to his credit, pay me back on Thursday. But it just changed the relationship for me. It changed the relationship for me. So in answer to your
So Maya, what's your thought on that from a woman perspective?
That's her experience.
But what's your thought on it? Like how would you handle this situation?
I mean, I give her some compassion for it because she did it. I would feel the same exact way. If a man asks me for money, I'm gonna have to say it had to humble him a lot to have to ask me for some money to loan him.
But you would feel different about him after.
I don't know if I would if he said he was gonna pay me back on Thursday and he did. He did actually pay me back. Now, if he didn't pay me back and I had to ask for my money back, that's when I would change.
Okay.
Right.
If I had to ask you for my money back, if you tell me loan me 4 bands and I'm gonna pay you back on Thursday, and then Thursday come around and you didn't give me my money, yeah, I'm gonna change because I'm gonna be like, hey, you told me you was gonna pay me back on Thursday. Where my money? That's what would draw the line for me.
But here's the thing, and I would say this about Gail. She is multimillionaire, had 4,000 easy. This man might have been strapped because he had an investment or something pending, and he just did not have the available cash to make that bill, but he knew the money was going to be there. So why wouldn't you be able to ask somebody that's supposed to be close to you, somebody you're dating, because she sure enough would ask you
True.
for that type of money.
I agree
If
with you,
you
Ron.
needed
That's like my
And
girlfriend.
then wait a minute, she wouldn't even offer to pay it back. But as a man, we offer to pay it back. And then she still lost respect. I don't have respect for her. The fuck?
But my
You
friend,
would do that to your man 10 times out of 10 and would never offer to pay him back. He asked you one time, and obviously it was a rough situation if he had to open his mouth to ask his woman for a little bit of money.
But
When
I
you're
feel like if you're in a
multi-million-
relationship, if you're
a
in a relationship or a companionship and y'all have respect, if y'all in a relationship and y'all have respect for each other and y'all can share money, I mean, I don't think that is a problem. You get what I'm saying? Maybe your check ain't clear, or like you said, maybe your money was caught up where you don't have the available funds. I wouldn't mind giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? Or if I asked you for money, if I tell you, hey, baby, I need $4,000 for this, that, and the fifth. If I tell you that and I say I'm going to pay you back on X day, I'm going to pay you on X day. Now, if I'm just asking you for it to give it to me and I don't say I'm paying you back, then that's a different thing. And I think it goes both ways. Like, hey, baby, I need some money. Like, okay, well, here you go.
Well, to her credit, I think that the reason why she probably her view changed was because she is a millionaire, and she probably feels like this guy is going to ask me for this type of favor like again.
So
right? That's probably why.
what? How many
Well, she
women
wants-
do that over and over again?
Well, men and women are different, right?
How so? You're in a
look at-
relationship.
They look at relationships.
That stops when you're in a
different.
relationship.
Men are, hold on,
Stop.
let me talk. Hold on, let me talk. Men are supposed to be the providers. And like you just said, right? That's a man's duty is to provide, right? And
I
it's a
agree.
woman's duty to be provided for,
I agree.
right? So if you're a multimillionaire and you're a female, she just feels probably like the guy is going to keep asking for the money. I mean,
I agree.
it kind of changes the relationship dynamic for her in her head. So
And
to
that's-
her credit, I can't really be too mad at her for that. You know, like if it was she's like a regular chick and this guy is asking for $100 and then he pays her back and then she's like, you know, she's got a problem after that, then it's something different. Even though she's worth millions of dollars, the guy made 6 figures. She probably feels like he's going to become, or she's going to become his bank account, you know, his sugar mama to some degree.
But she said on Tamara's Hall show that she was dating, but she didn't want to be a purse and a nurse. So, like you just said, Ray Money, she's a multimillionaire. So there could be pretentious men that want to be provided for. And there are a lot of men out here that want women to be their purse. They're not masculine and man enough to handle their finances, or there's a lot of men that can't provide and don't provide and won't provide. There's a lot of women taking care of men, believe it or not.
But here's the thing. Let me clarify something. I think you guys are missing something. I think you guys are missing something big. She said, I knew it was hard for him to ask because he's never done it before. That means he's handled his business. It might have been a one-time situation. So the hypothetical that once he did it once, he's going to do it again is bullshit.
But we don't know
Because
how
he's
in
never
depth
done
their
it.
relationship was.
But then here's the other thing apart with that. When there's a relationship, it's 100. What if that man went down? He can no longer make money. All of a sudden, she has the right to leave.
But can I ask a question? Can I ask a serious and a
So
real
then what is it?
question?
Wait, what if she hits what she hit the lotto and she makes $700 million and he's still working a regular job making 100K? Now all of a sudden she's not supposed to share that 100 million. You guys are delusional when it comes to what a real relationship is.
But why do we take these type of experiences and hone on them and take it?
Do you understand when you're married and you go into divorce, she can also have to pay you alimony? Your money is not just your money. Her money is just not her money. It's y'all's money. It's y'all's money. When you go to a divorce, everybody's money is subject. So you can't say, oh, well, she made $700 million. I no longer can have access to that. You're a goddamn lie. You can have access to it.
With you, Ronnie, but what I think Trini said it best. He said maybe he was he was testing her because a woman was shit testing you all the time. So maybe he was, if I needed you and I was down, would you help me? And he found out.
That was my point. If he got sick, will she take care of him?
Because the first thing she said before this, I didn't have this in the interview, was she was saying her husband before, she was like, hey, he wasn't faithful, but he was a good man. He provided. He never let me have anything wrong. And she said that was the reason he was such a good man, that she didn't go into the Oprah show because she didn't want to separate her kids from him. So when it was reversed, she says it's differently. But when he was like, if he just shit tested her to say, man, if things go bad, can I count on you? Because you never know how somebody's going to act until the shit hits the fan.
Exactly.
Woman or man can talk about all, like you say, Ronan, you've been in there. You never know until you in the foxhole house, some of that tough dudes start crying.
Can I ask a question? Are any of you men, the married and unmarried or in a relationship, are any of you men on the panel in a relationship where if you don't have, that woman's able to have your back?
I make too much money.
But in a situation, are you with a woman and you don't have any money or something, God forbid, if something happens to you where you don't have the money that you have, are you with a woman that can provide and has your back?
She would have my back, but whether she would provide at the same level, no.
Not the same level, but she would give everything she had. Her, all with her 100% of what she had.
She wouldn't leave. Let's put it that way. She would do whatever she needed to do to provide for us. Whether we had to downgrade our living based on the fact she couldn't make money, but she would make everything that she could available to both of us. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. If somebody won that kind of a lottery, if it was a female and y'all were married, it's 100. You guys are so delusional when it comes to what a relationship is. Sometimes you might give 90 and she gives 10, but sometimes she has to pick up the slack, or she gives 75 and you only give 25. That's how a relationship works. It's not 50-50. It's 100-100. And sometimes your 100 is less than 100, and sometimes her 50 or 25 has to be more. That's what she just said with the scenario. Sometimes she's have to step up.
And also, too, not everything has to be financial. So a person could actually contribute to the relation beyond financials. Like, I give you guys a perfect example. I came home, dude, my lady put the crib together by herself. She put the shelves by herself. Like, she did things that I was supposed to do that I was going to like mentally prepare myself to do today. She did it all by herself. So sometimes not about financial contribution, but also just, hey, listen, I know you at work. I'm going to handle it. I got your back. And that's what really matters, man. It's not about finance all the time.
But at the same time, Kano, if something happened to you, you got sick, God forbid. Like I do life insurance policy. I do health. I've seen the worst case scenarios when it comes to family and somebody not being able to make the bills work. That's what the insurance is all about. So I get to see it. Okay. But if she saw that you were bedridden and you couldn't work, she'd go find a fucking job. I know she would, Kano.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of woman you found.
You do life insurance, so you do that.
I've delivered life insurance policies. I've seen families turn shit upside fucking down for
So
fucking money.
Hold up. What is the percentage with, like, say the woman gets sick and the man stays and works it out? What is that percentage to when the man gets sick and now it's all on the woman to take care of it? How many of them stay
Very
there?
low. Very low.
That's what I'm saying. So you know what you're
Very low.
saying is good on paper, where the woman should stay and take care of him, but that doesn't happen. As soon as he is
So is this so is this a thing?
It comes into
So is
vetting.
this the thing where men want women to step up and be providers? Is this
No.
what?
We want them to be able to, if they can't be 100%, we're not expecting a woman to equal out what we make. That's not the deal. But like Kunal said, women can contribute in other ways. They can't do it financially, they do it other ways.
So
Ultimately.
if I go down, what you saying? If I go down or I get sick, then you just like, I'm out. I'm gone. I can't contribute.
No, sir. No,
I'm
sir.
taking care of you for 30 years and then something happens to me.
That's absolutely not what I said. That's not what I asked either.
What did you ask? You said you
That's,
want a woman to step up and be a provider.
that's what I asked.
Step up and be a provider. If we provided for you for 30 years and something happens to us, why can't you step up and be a provider?
My point. So you just answer me. So do you want a woman to be a provider for you, or do you just want her to show up when you
In
don't
case
have?
of emergencies, break glass. So yes.
Okay, thank you.
But let's
In
keep it
case of
honest here.
emergencies,
In
break
most
glass.
cases,
Do we
in most-
expect it? No. Do we have insurances
No.
and other things to cover us if something happens to us? I would hope you guys have some type of insurance that helps you guys out if you get injured or hurt while you're working, because you're not going to have a lot of help to support. We all know that as men.
But
We
but
should
also
rely
too,
on
I would never
mo-
expect a woman to stick around for the long term being in a provider position for me. And I would never put myself
Thank
in a
you.
position where I would have to rely on a woman to provide for anything, because she's going to lose her respect for me. It doesn't matter if I'm ill. It doesn't matter if I've fallen upon bad luck.
And there's no reason to get married at this point.
Or regardless, I just feel that way. I would never put myself in that position, because
There's no reason to get married. By the time you hit 75, 80,
she's automatically
you could
going
be
to
ill.
lose respect.
You can't take care of yourself, so
Yeah.
you expect your wife to leave you by the time you're
Talking over
75,
me.
80.
I can keep talking too, Ronan.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying,
think
you're
that's what
expecting
he's
your woman
saying.
to
I
leave you
don't
at
think that's
75
what
or
he's
80 years
saying.
old because you can't provide for her anymore.
Excuse me?
If you get older or you get invalid, all of a sudden, because you can't provide, you expect her to leave you. What's the point of being married?
I don't think that's what he said. He just said that he's not going to put himself in a situation
You can't
that
control those
requires her
things.
to.
I just
So
told you I'm
what
in
he's
this
saying is
capacity.
he's going to have himself financially prepared. He going to have insurance. He going to have 401k. He going to have
You just brought that up.
Aflac and all of this. Wait a minute. He going to have all of this stuff. So in the event that he falls, she has access to the things that she needs to continue to provide for him.
I
but you
just
know
said all
what?
that.
But you know what? It all boils down to the woman you select as your wife.
Exactly.
It all boils down to the type of woman you select as your wife. Because I'm gonna tell you this: oh, if you chose the right one, she's there
She ain't going
to
nowhere.
the final end. She ain't going nowhere.
I'm not willing to gamble.
But some of
You
y'all
need to
don't
pick
even
better.
choose those. A lot of men
You
don't
gotta
even
pick
choose women to
better.
do that.
You
gotta
gamble.
pick better.
Listen. You gamble each time you get in your car. You gamble. So
That's
it
not an
is what it
argument
is.
to make. That's an invalid argument.
So
No, it's not.
okay, so you and Fearless in a relationship. If something happened to y'all tomorrow, y'all ladies gonna provide for y'all?
I wouldn't have got married to her if she didn't.
Thank you. Pick better.
I'll never get married.
Again, that's why you feel like you can't pick better.
No, it's not about I feel like
That's not true, Ronan. Don't say that.
feel like gambling half of my life's work just for the sake of being married to somebody legally. I just don't feel like that the trade-off is there. I can be in a situation with somebody without being married to them.
Yeah, again, yeah, I agree with that. You don't have to be married government wise to someone to be with somebody.
Well, I understand that part. Yeah, that's understandable.
What
If
I
that's what you don't believe in the construct of marriage. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't.
The Ray Money, I do agree with you in this. What I want her to, what I feel bad, even if she was like, look, everything is good, you a man, you strong. I think something in me would allow me to feel like the man. I wouldn't feel
Exactly.
secure.
I'm gonna say this as a Haitian man. There's no way in hell I'll work until I die. I'll do whatever I can to pay the bills, whatever. That's just me.
Bro.
It is what it is, man.
Let me say this real quick, and Uncle Guns can back me up because he's a veteran. There's a lot of veterans that are very capable. They've come back with one arm, one limb, or maybe nothing, where they couldn't be a whole man. I can tell you this for real. I had a death agreement. If I was invalid, if I had my leg blown off, I had an arm that was blown off in the Gulf War, I had an agreement with a couple of my buddies, just put a bullet in me. I don't want to go home like that. I don't want to be a burden to somebody else that I'm supposedly love and I'm supposed to provide for them. I had that kind of agreement in real life. Y'all think you're going to live forever and things aren't going to happen. Things will happen. And you have to have a mindset that your ego aside, whether you're a burden or not, if that woman wants to help you, guess what? She's going to do it. If she's not, oh well. Or put a bullet in yourself and just end it.
Back to the topic at hand is: do men earn too little, or do women want too much in every sense? So, am I giving too little, or does women just say, "Nah, I need more"?
These women don't give a fuck. They fucking 10 and 12 men at a time to have. Honestly, that's just the reality of what's going on right now because of Instagram. Everybody wants the luxury apartments. They want the luxury cars. They're paying $1,500 a month for cars. They're paying $2,000 a month for rent. And they're doing whatever, however, whenever to achieve that. And they have to get it from multiple men because there's not a lot of men that's making that kind of money for women to be sitting at home all day.
So they're
what you just said, Kanal, didn't make no sense because that's what I said. I said the woman out here, that said that $100,000.
What did I say?
That a guy should be able to get a woman with this. You had a girl when you ain't make nothing. You had a girl cooking for you, and I'm like, that's not today. That's not today.
Not today. Today.
Well, keep in mind, when I was getting all these benefits, these fringe benefits, I was in my early 20s. So trust me.
But Kanal, that was 20 years ago. So even 20, 15 years ago, and things.
Y'all making me feel old and shit, man.
No, but I'm just saying. But even now, for me, the way I see the young girls operate now, I'm like baffled. Like, women my age and in my era, we would never do the things that they're doing for their achievements. There's no sensuality. There's no sensuality. There's no allure. There's no conversation. There's no such thing as seducing a man. It's just like, what's up? Where the money at? Give it to me.
I'm sorry. I have to read what Yanil said. She said she'd run an extra mile for her man. And at the same time, it's not I, it's we. When she references things, she says we. That's the purpose of a marriage. If we go down, we do it together. Not I. If you got a woman saying I, she's the wrong goddamn one.
Is she?
Obviously I'm single. So if I were to be in a relationship, yeah, it would be we. It wouldn't just be me. It would be we.
Ronnie, you think she's the exception or the rule when it comes to marriages and women?
Depends on when you find them.
Yeah.
No. I mean, okay, here in the United States.
Exception. If she
It
wasn't
would be the exception in the United States.
No, I disagree. I totally disagree. I think there are tons of women who thinks and feels the same way.
They are the exception.
Yeah, she's the exception. She's not the rule. Hands down, she is. I mean,
there are outliers. I agree with you, Black Man Travels. I date in the United States too. There are outliers in the United States. Yes, there are. But they're becoming scarce.
I mean, my thing is this. My thing, this whole notion about all American women are bad. They're all about one thing. It's like, it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
I didn't say all. I didn't say
I'm
all.
not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying
in general.
In general, this whole argument all over social media is that all American women just think a certain way, like they fall into one segment. They don't realize that there's multiple segments of women that have different expectations, man. Women are still getting married. They still getting married. They still getting wifed up, having kids, creating families. They're still doing that. So this whole
Yeah,
notion
agreed. But,
about
but they
everyone,
also
Then all
initially
those same marriages are failing at an incredible rate.
and they
And
initiate the divorces.
who's going to file the divorce after the marriage?
The
Because
women
they're
are.
not
But you know why
and they're
marriages are
not
failing?
wait. It stopped being about happiness. If you can't make yourself happy, then stop worrying about your happiness after you got married. Because obviously there's a problem within self. So women are filing because of irreconcilable differences. They're not happy or because of money. Where's the
Or
we?
cheating.
Where's the
Cheating.
we? Where's the we?
Or
It got
cheating.
lost because
And
it was all about the Disneyland fantasy. So where you can say there's a lot of people still getting married, are they delusional when they're getting married, or are they
yes,
actually real getting married?
no, a lot of
A
them are
lot of people
delusional
are
getting married.
delusional.
brother,
Thank you.
because
So it's
overall,
not a
Black
real marriage.
Americans have
It's for
experienced.
show. It's for Instagram. It's for whatever, clicks and views.
Yep. Here's the stats. Overall, Black Americans have experienced a dramatic decrease in marriage rates over time, from 64% of Black men and 62% of Black women in 1950 to 33% now in 2019. So they just cut it in half. So when you say people get married, only a third of the people are getting married.
But a third of the people don't even want to be married. That's the
Exactly.
point.
That's why it's so quick to the divorce court. That's why I'm saying. Half of the time, even when they get married, it's for the sensation of saying, I got married in front of my girlfriends, make them all jealous, have a big extravagant wedding, this big ass ring that they can boast about. Then when they get bored, they run into their first opposition because they weren't really mentally ready to get married. All of a sudden they want to get out because they're not happy anymore. They don't want to work it out. It's no longer we. It was I all along.
Correct.
Look at this person. I'm sorry. I'm going to read this. Lux Travel. Bachelor parties are out here daily, marriages daily, families starting daily. They're only talking about points and not reality. And that's the thing, is like you guys are living on social media and not really seeing what's happening out there in these streets, man. People are still going on dates, people are still getting married, people are still starting families, people are still living their lives, man. It's like, get the fuck off of social media and go out there and live your life, man.
Most of those marriages are
The
failing, though.
statistic has told you otherwise.
Right, and the marriages
Here's
are
the thing.
failing.
Here's the thing. He might see that because he works somewhere where they get married. It's a convention. It's a popular
Dude.
area where he sees all that.
Okay, maybe because I'm in the suburbs of Gwinnett County, they're getting married.
Right.
People celebrating engagement.
County. Why don't you go to the city of
But
Atlanta?
what does marriage actually mean? What does what does marriage guarantee? What does marriage on paper? What does it really do in reality? It's fucking people that are married that hate each other, that absolutely can't even stand to be in the same room. You got married people sleeping in separate rooms. You got people married for the sake of finances. You got people married because of the children that they had. You got people that's married and separated. You got people that's married that's cheating every day,
All
that got
because of
outside
society.
relationships. What are you talking about? Every day,
What
you
I'm
got
talking about,
people.
what I'm talking about is that the whole notion that people are not getting married is bullshit, because people are getting married. If you guys just going by stats alone, that's not enough, because again,
No,
it all
Kunal, what
depends.
we're saying is people are getting married, but it's sensationalized and it's a fantasy, and they're going to turn around and get divorced as quickly as they got married at the first sign of opposition.
Yes.
True, and I
They're
agree
not
with
being
that.
married for
Ro.
the wrong reasons.
They're not being exactly my point. They're not getting married for the right reason. They're getting married for the glorification of getting married so they can make their girlfriends jealous. Like we say, when girls go out, they
I'm
don't
gonna say
get dressed
this.
for you.
I'm
They don't get dressed for
gonna
you.
say
They
this.
get dressed for their friends.
Hold up. I'm in corporate America, right? Guess who
Right.
I'm seeing constantly getting married? Asians,
White.
Indians, and whites.
Asian, whites.
They getting married like crazy here in America. And guess
Right.
what? Strong incomes.
Right.
Strong, both sides have strong incomes. And guess what? Who's on top of the totem pole right now? Indians, Asians.
Yeah.
So these are ones that getting married, but black folks, we're at the bottom of the totem pole. Like literally the last one.
And it's
based on income and marriage, families, all like anything. we're at the bottom.
When y'all got mad at me when I said the culture is trash.
I said that. Said the same thing.
So, okay, so when you say the culture is trash and we're at the bottom of the totem pole, what is the reason being and how do we resolve it?
60 years of change.
We lost the values. We don't have the family input. We don't teach our kids. We allow other. You won't find like Indian people. They don't let their kids listen to the same thing that we have. We make sure that they raise their kids up, that they go into specific areas, that they get married not for love, and because they're like, okay, we may have an arranged marriage. So their thing is we stay together forever for the sake of not only me, but for the sake of the next generation. So
a perfect example.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think an arranged marriage is fair to a person's mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being?
It works.
You know why?
No.
Every king that has ever been gets like in an arranged marriage. That's
how many years ago was that?
That is how nations get good. When the king
So anyway,
look, you keep cutting me off, man. You can't.
Okay. Well, with that being said, so what's the resolution and why are black people at the bottom of the totem pole?
I told you that.
Our culture is bad. We don't believe
60 years worth of bad.
But you're right. But Ronan, so we have the worst music, right? Because you listen to country music, you listen to Latin music, you listen to Asian music. Nobody's talking about fuck you, bitch. Nobody's saying I'm gonna fuck you and put you in an Uber and trash you out and let my brother fuck you and I'm gonna pass you to my dog and oh fuck my baby daddy and what all this other crazy. It's insane. Nobody else is producing music that way. Nobody's saying pop my pussy and all. No other culture.
And why do you think they're
that.
allowing it to be produced? Answer that question.
What you say?
Why do you think they're allowing that type of music to be produced?
For it to be just the way that it is. For it to be just the way that it is.
Exactly.
There's no other culture. And then also, too, you have religion that plays a very big role in the way that majority of black women date, because Jesus Christ and most black women, sadly, are Christianated. You know, Jesus is their man. They want their man to resemble Jesus. We watch these fictitious romance movies. We believe that suffering is love. We got to be abused and misused in order to show our value and worth. So where do we go as a community and a society to redirect that into more harmonious relationships? Like, how do we fix that? We a long way ago. We far.
But some of those things you said, other cultures have. They just don't do the same things we do. Japanese has rap music. They do the same thing, but their culture is entirely different. Their expectations from their children, from their family, is entirely different. We've gotten to the point where we are selfish. We do not unite. They asked the woman, would you rather have a man in the house or would you rather have a job paying good money? And her thing was, I'd rather have a good money. So,
let me say this: if 20 million black women got together and we all said ban fucking Sexy Red off the radio, because I think she's disgusting, I think she's gross, she's misleading our youthful women, it's nasty. Do you think they're gonna take it off the radio?
Absolutely. If y'all could get feminism going, why wouldn't they?
Oh, God.
But the whole thing is, y'all ain't gonna do it.
Feminism ain't the answer. Taking Sexy Red off the radio ain't the answer. It starts at home. It starts with teaching your children not to listen to that
But
shit.
the whole thing is, you got 60 years of broken homes and single mother raising whole families.
Yeah.
Well, there ain't no fixing.
The black nuclear family was exploded back in the 60s and has never gotten back together. We were the strongest, and now we're the weakest.
Mm-hmm.
And by stats alone.
And then y'all make it weaker by going overseas and getting a passport and getting another culture, right?
Well, we're not allowed to correct y'all. Now, black men can't say nothing to black women without getting screamed on.
Just a question.
I'm just saying, even when a black man is trying to help and correct, we get crucified for doing that.
So can I ask you a question, Ronan?
Especially if we come with the wrong tone. If we come with an authoritative tone, you could say it nicer. Well, not actually. You can't, because when you say things nice, ignore it.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you think that when men come in an authoritative tone or when they correct women, that's an energy that they may not be used to because they have been raised in a fatherless home?
No, because they have authoritative, domineering mothers. I've been
So you
around
don't
that.
so you don't think that's because they never had a male figure in their life?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
they got single
Yeah.
mothers who are just as domineering and male.
No.
masculine as hell.
My
No, that's the
domineering,
difference. That's the
my
difference.
domineering, the action that my daughter get from her daddy versus me is two totally different things. He could say the same exact thing that I say. She will bend and do it right then when he say it before she does it when I say it.
Because femininity respects masculinity, but it's been inbreeded out of females most of the time. Your daughter is listening to her father because he's a masculine energy talking to her.
Okay, so you just proved my point. You know that,
But
right?
that's what I said. A female, now that they're grown, is not going to listen to masculine energy.
Yes, she will. Yes, she
They
will.
listen to it
Yes,
at
she
work.
will.
When they go
Yes,
to
she
when they go to
will.
work, they listen to it, don't
Yeah,
they?
that's the point. She
That's because
will.
she's getting a paycheck.
But she will,
Take that
though.
paycheck away. She ain't
She
going to
listen
listen
to
to
a
that
police
man.
So
officer. She listen to a police
they
officer.
respect authority at work.
They expect the money. They
Yeah.
respect money. They don't respect authority.
They
They
don't
don't respect authority. They respect money.
They
Oh
And if
my
you're reasonable
God.
with them and they are getting a paycheck, they're going to listen to that paycheck. That's
Ronan,
why they come home and give their husbands rash of shit, but they'll listen to their boss about coming in early
I
the
have to
next day.
I'm
And that's
Ronan
why
friend. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that
Okay,
because
go ahead.
I'm gonna have to
Somebody
disagree
can
with
be
you.
nice. You got
And
all
I'm
of
just
that
saying,
back up in here. Go ahead. Say what you gotta
I'm
say.
just saying this from my own synopsis and
Okay.
research. Like a lot of women have not had male figures in their home, so they not used to that. And I hear it all the time. Well, my daddy ain't never yell at me, or my I ain't never, no man don't talk to me like that. I've heard it so many times. So when a man is speaking or a man is giving direction or advice, which my personal opinion, my experience,
Mhm.
okay, men are more logic and rational than women, and I respect that. It's a balance. It's a yin and a yang. But a lot of women can't take that because they never had it around. So it's foreign to them.
Thank you.
Because a lot of those are not women. And if I can get this thing to come
I
up.
like what Detroit just said, please. Thank you,
Let me
Detroit.
play this. Let me play this because this goes along the lines of what she's saying. And I agree with it because a lot of them aren't women. And this is what happened when a woman comes in.
They tell boys, don't hit girls back. I've been whispering in my son ear, go hit her back. Hit her, she hit you, you hit her back.
And that's why you got to stay away from males.
That's why you got to stay in a woman's place.
You got to separate.
That's why you stay in a woman's
with
place.
them. That's why you don't live with them. Don't go
Quiet
to
and
school.
don't talk back to a man.
There you go.
Quiet and don't talk back to a man. Because all the women before me that I saw gracefully, those were those kind of women. Her grace and her essence of a woman would shut his motherfucking ass up. When the essence of a real woman come around, niggas pull their pants up, say, man, don't do that in front of her. Then it's naturally will be done it because her presence of a woman, a bitch don't get that response.
Oh, wait.
Don't get that. That woman that made her son kill her was a bitch. That man with that 14, that was a bitch. Arguing back and forth with a man. I would have watched my mama remove herself out of the presence of a disrespectful boy, playing like he a man. Wouldn't even responded to him. But a got something to say back. A woman removes herself. It's certain things that a lady ain't go do. And when a lady walk into a room, men straighten up. I swear to God.
I agree with him wholeheartedly on that. When you got a woman that's going to argue back and forth and disrespect you, that's when you say it doesn't matter how masculine you are, because that's how she's going to emasculate herself. When you get that soft woman that comes in, a man will change up. We've seen it on this panel, so you can't tell me it ain't true.
And what panel was this? When?
I'll let
Hey, hold up. We ain't going back there again.
Oh Lord
Yeah, but
Jesus,
you know what?
hallelujah.
You know what? Just let's just agree to disagree that we don't have fluid conversations with each other. Let's just agree to disagree that I don't like your viewpoints and you don't like mine. And let's just leave it just like that. So the little snarky, little underlying little thrash and pokes and pulls you
Let
do,
me
just
handle this.
just just leave it
Charleston
alone.
is when a
Just
calm
leave it alone. You're not Charleston White. You're fearless, and you're not Charleston White. So play your part, and let's
when
just agree to disagree.
a man will just be disrespectful. When a good woman comes in,
I'll never respect you. I would never respect you.
you
Never
don't
ever on.
you
I
just
would.
said
I
better
would
in
never respect you
Maya, why
you
would
don't
you say that? That's wrong.
man.
because he just made a snarky ass remark, and I'm gonna correct him because he
You just
needs
don't
You
correction.
thought that your job was stressing you out. I'm gonna make sure I stress you out even more.
I would
Hey,
never
hey
even
guys,
date. I would never even date a
Come on.
man like you. Like if you were to see me on the streets, I wouldn't even acknowledge a guy like this.
hey guys, let's keep it clean. Come on, let's keep it
Oh,
clean.
just like I said,
Hey,
oil and vinegar.
y'all two,
Oil and
let's keep it
vinegar.
clean.
Good Lord, I
Let's
can't.
get this has been a
Belongs to
great
the streets.
conversation, guys. Listen, we have a lot of people watching. This is a great live. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
brother,
Right.
we done had a great life for 4 weeks.
Stay in your lane.
Why we had a
Uh,
great life for 4 weeks.
both of y'all need to stop. Listen, both of y'all need to stop, man. Stay on the topic. Stay on the fucking topic.
The
So
topic
Maya,
is, do men
so
earn too little or
Maya,
do
okay, hold up. Maya, my question to you. Would you date someone that makes less than $75,000 a year?
Yeah, she said
Yes.
good.
Okay.
That's an old question. She said that already. She stays consistent with her answers. That's what I said. Y'all might think she's lying. But I've been on
Maya, okay,
panels.
okay, hold up. I got another follow-up question. Maya, do you think most women will date a guy that makes less than $75,000 a year?
Yeah, because they got to. Because they do every day.
Date or marry?
You
Oh,
married?
I don't. To see, I don't know a lot of married women, and the married women that I do know are not happy.
were they happy before they got married?
I don't think so.
Right.
No.
Let me just say this. Every woman I've ever dated in my 56 years, I've had to help them go through therapy, fix their toxicity, deal with their traumas. I literally had to fix on every woman that I've ever dealt with.
But Ronan, a lot of black men will have to do that with a lot of black women because there's a lot of freaking damage out here. And
Unfortunately, you're right. I agree with you. Unfortunately, you're very right.
I'm being so authentic and transparent and real. Some of the things that I hear that women go through, honestly, a lot of women may have to go through a lifetime of therapy, and it may have to take a man who's willing to go through that with her
Been
and
there,
her
done
healing.
that a whole bunch of times.
It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of women that being SA'd. It's a lot of women that being in DV. A lot of the DV and the SA started in their families, their fathers, their
You're right,
uncles,
Danny.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when that's your first experience as a woman, your trust automatically for men is tarnished.
Uh,
I
I
mean,
And
it's
can't.
that's
unfortunate,
something,
but
and that's
everything she's
something,
saying is
and
true.
that's something, and that's something that men would never be able to relate to or ever understand as a woman, because I don't care what nobody says about having sex and getting vagina and whatever the case may be. When that's been taken from you or it's been abused, that changes a woman's perspective on everything with a man. A lot of women even become homosexual because of the lack of trust, because that happened to them, or because they would have never thought that their father wouldn't beat them, or their mother wouldn't beat them down, or their babysitter sister wouldn't, whoever wouldn't do those things to them. So It all starts with what was this woman's childhood like? I recommend that any man that dates a woman, he needs to know what her childhood has been like and
Yep.
what her teenage life has been like, because that's just a number one thing, because that is a factor of how his relationship is going to be with her. So let's take out culture, let's take out all of that. What was her childhood like? What was her upbringing like? Did she live in the ghetto? Did she live in the suburbs? Did she graduate school? What's her education level? Has she traveled the world? Those are very important things that men need to understand about the women that they're with.
Yep.
And if she's not willing,
agree with that
because there's some
here's the difference. You're seeing it from your perspective because you want to build a bear. And you
No,
want to
I'm
help.
telling you what she's saying. I've dealt with from my perspective too. Listen, I've
No,
dealt
whatever
with it from my
you do, right?
perspective too.
You've been through trauma. You've been through that. There's not a lot of women that say, I'm going to help him out. I'm going to go through therapy. I'm going to do that. It's just like,
No.
if you ain't complete, we're not rolling with you.
But that's the difference between a man and a female. A female needs that help. A man's going to do it on his own or not, or fail. We have that edict in ourselves. Our life is pain. You know how I raise my sons? Life is pain. There's nothing going to be pleasurable. You got to understand you're going to have to go through pain in order to be successful as a man. Women don't get that same type of talk.
Correct. But I think the problem with a lot of men is we trying to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. We didn't. We didn't.
Unfortunately, that's what we got to do in our
so
community.
so you trying to say that if a woman has issues, now what if this woman is willing to grow and willing to heal, and it doesn't necessarily mean that because you're in healing that you don't deserve love, because everybody needs somebody. What if this person is willing to go and grow through those things in order to be with that person?
But my thing is this. Okay, my thing is this: is what about the men who don't have their shit together? What about the man who made a lot of fucked up decisions in his life and he's trying to get his shit together? There's a lot of brothers out there who do not have their shit together. It's only a small percentage of us that are actually making it and winning.
And
a very small percentage of us. The rest
and Black Man Travels, a lot of men have been through the same trauma and drama that women have been through too. So let's just say, go ahead.
My problem is this: we need to stop putting all the blame towards the women, and also shift the blame towards the men as well. Dude, I know a lot of men who gone through some fucked up shit in their childhood, and they still fucked up in their 40s and 50s.
Yep.
It's only a small percentage of men who are fucking winning right now. A very small percentage of black men who are winning. The rest are fucking in a whole shithole type of environment.
Exactly.
So this whole thing about putting all the blame towards the women is like, yo, when are we gonna take accountability as men? Like, yo, we don't have our shit together. A lot of us don't.
It's not blame, it's trauma. We're not blaming them for their traumas.
I'm sitting
We're
back.
not blaming women for their traumas. We're just saying they've had them.
Hold up. I'm sitting back and I'm hearing countless of fucking podcasts shifting the blame towards the women. When will black men take accountability? Like, yo, we fucked up.
I don't think there's an accountability crisis with black men. I think there's an accountability.
No, there is. That's the point. We're constantly shifting the blame. It's like, listen, we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and understand, like, yo, right now, wait, hold on. Right now, I'm in these executive rooms. I don't see us. I don't see me. I do not see me.
Who raised?
I've been in those same rooms.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who raised them.
It
does
He's gonna
matter.
blame women. The black women raised you. A black woman raised you, and that's just not.
I'm not
right.
I'm not doing that. As a man, it gets to a certain point. As a man, 18 years old and older, you need to learn how to take accountability and accept, like, you know what? Hey, you know what? I was given a fucked up card. I got to make it better.
Exactly.
Why you now? What you just did, you blame the men. You won't say that.
No,
about
I am no. I am blaming the man. I am blaming the man because here's the thing.
The man is the one that left the woman to raise the kid on
See
their
how I
own.
just did? I just used the same scenario
No.
that you did, Kanal. The
No.
same
Let me
thing, and
finish. Let me finish.
you want her to
Let
take accountability.
no,
You want a man to take
no,
accountability.
no. Let me finish. Man need to take
Exactly,
more.
Danny.
Man need to take more accountability.
Generational curses.
Look,
So
man
you
need to
break
take.
that fucking cycle. Generational curses.
Man need to take accountability, changing shit around. They do.
But again, like I said, generational curses, meaning you and your generation can only control your family. You need to fix the wrongs that were in your family and make sure they don't continue to replicate. I was part of a single father, not raising me. I was raised by. I made sure I stayed for my sons. That's how you start fixing generational problems. You make the commitment that you're not going to put your kids in the same situation you
know
were
what?
raised in.
You know what? You know what? All right, wait. Hold on. Fearless. You mentioned who raised the. My mother. I was raised by a single immigrant Haitian woman that came into the United States illegally in 1978. I was raised in the fucking hood of Liberty City, Miami, as a Haitian immigrant by a single mother. Guess what? I broke that curse by being there for my kids, being
Well,
involved with my kids. Wait. The thing is, I took the accountability that, you know what? I don't want to live that fucking life that I live as a child.
Exactly.
But guess what? I'm gonna do whatever I can to be there for my kids.
Exactly.
So again, at the end of the day, no, I mean, come on, dude. Okay, the rule is most black men don't got their shit together. Let's be honest here. Most black men.
That's like saying, you got lucky, you got a job, you did this. Not everybody else is going
No,
to take
I wasn't lucky. No. I'm not using that lucky shit as
You
an
can't use that
example.
word.
I
Lucky.
went to fucking school. I went to undergrad and I went to graduate school. I did internships. I did everything I could to lift myself up the ladder. Again, I'm from fucking Liberty City of Miami, where literally I have no chance of fucking making it in America.
So how many other people from Liberty City made it?
Not many.
Not
Not
many.
many. Not
That's
many.
what I'm saying. You are the exception, not
No,
the
no.
rule.
I took accountability for myself that I didn't want to live that life. I said, you know what? I said to myself, I will never forget this. I was working at the fucking Miami International Airport, pushing luggages to a fucking plane. I realized that at 19, I was having back problems lifting luggages. I said, you know what? I don't want to live this fucking life.
Exactly.
So guess what? I enrolled into a community college, did that for 2 years, went to university, graduated, then went to graduate school. Because I made that decision, you know what? I don't want to fucking lift fucking luggages for the rest of my life.
And no, that's exactly what I mean by generational curses. You looked at where you came from and you said, I will not let that replicate in my generation to my kids. I don't want my kids to have to feel the same thing. That is, as men, we have to break generational curses. And sometimes part of that, wait a minute, sometimes part of that is also assisting the black women and helping them break their generational curses too.
This whole argument about shifting the blame, this whole argument shifting the blame towards the women. No, it is. I sat down and watched and paid attention.
In this room, somebody shifting blame.
No. Just in general, podcasts, YouTube, everything we push to the woman. What about the fucking man? Women
But can I say something? Can I say something? You don't have white men or Asian men and Latin men on podcasts doing these things either. When their women do it, they do it in secrecy. They call their women out in secrecy. It's the black men that get these microphones and get on and degrade black women and call out their shortcomings. That's not a solution. The solution is get together and have a reasonable and logic conversation and resolve it. Another thing, like you said, Ronan, is breaking generational curses. Even for myself, me and my baby daddy didn't have the best relationship, but you know what I did? I went to therapy. And I said, I don't know if something is wrong with me, but if something is wrong, I need to figure it out. Do you know what he texted me and how we got our relationship back on track to take care of our daughter? He says, thank you for being a healthy woman.
Exactly.
So the resentment and our riffraff and all of our things from the past and our younger years and our misunderstanding, because he comes from trauma too. You get what I'm saying? I never discounted him for his trauma. I never took it personally for the things that I disagree with that he's done to me. You know what I said? He's fucked up. He got some shit to address. Let him sit. Let him sit in his shit and let him smell it. Once he smell it and it smell like shit, he'll come to. And that's exactly what happened. I can't be the bitter black woman and saying fuck my baby daddy and I hate him and I'm gonna be a single mother for the rest of my life and I don't want him in my child's life because of our disagreements. No, listen, we got a kid, bro. We gotta fix this shit. We gotta fix it and we gotta make it work. We can't let what happened in your family or my family or his family or her family affect us. Let's make this shit work. We gotta fucking, I don't care what happens. We gonna be like Ike and Tina in a goddamn room. We gonna come out and we gonna be black and blue inside this room. But when we go outside in this world, it's gonna look real good because we gonna fix it and we gonna work this out.
Hey Maya, do men
Nobody's
earn too
disagreeing
little or
with you.
do women
question
want too much?
Are you the exception or the rule?
So I don't live by
women or with their men, and they say, "Hey, let's go ahead and get this. We both got trauma. Let's get therapy. Let's seek this out. Let's do this for this." Is that an exception or is that the rule?
It's an exception.
It's an exception because this goes back to what I said with religion. Everybody believes that you're just going to pray it away and you're going to pray, you're going to give it to God and you're going to let God handle it and it's swept under the rug and nothing gets resolved.
I'm not laughing at you, Maya. Danny Boy made a comment and said Tina left Ike.
True, but you get what I was saying though, Danny.
Right.
However, it's and this is things that I talk about and I experience on a daily basis. Like, oh, well, we just sweep it under the rug, and it's just we're gonna pray it away, and that's just you can pray, and I'm not against praying, but you also have to take some. That's not therapy, and you have to take some type of affirmative action with resolving your issues because whether we believe it or not, life is like math. 1 + 1 = 2. If you got an equal sign on the end of something, that means this problem needs to be solved. If you don't solve it, it goes unanswered. And all it does is brings it back around and around and around again until it needs to be answered.
Just to let you know, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2 according to Terrence. Terrence Howard said it doesn't. You know, he had the crazy rant about some, I don't know what he said on Joe.
But we have to, as a community, and I do have a group of women, and if any time that I can receive light or give light, I'm always in the space to do that because nobody's life is cookie cutter. Nobody gets a fair hand. We all get some fucked up cards we gotta play.
So to bring it back to the topic, then, do you think that women just want too much from men, or men don't make enough?
I think it's both.
What? So explain.
I think men don't make enough because we're at the bottom of the totem pole. And then I think that women see other women and their accomplishments and they want it too. And they have these high expectations from men that they can't necessarily get those things from.
Facts.
What happens?
You can't want rosé on a Michelob Ultra budget.
So why do you think do you think that is because of social media? Because there's other cultures, white, Asian, Indians, they all have social media and they seem to be getting married at higher rates. Why is it that we are susceptible to that issue?
Well, a lot of reasons that doesn't have to be spoken on because it's the obvious. Just like Kanal said, there's people in rooms that don't look like us. There's people in rooms that advance faster than us. Most black men are either athletes, they're baseball players, they're basketball players, they're rappers, and I don't even think rappers really make money like that, but that's the idea. Like, you get a rich man and you glow up. You get a man that got money and you glow up and you do well.
But I'm saying that's with us. Other people say, we say get a rich man and grow up. When I was interviewing another girl, she said women go to school for an MRS degree. And I was like, MRS? She said, yeah, Mrs. degree, meaning they go to school to find their mate to grow with them. Why is it that we try to meet men at the finish line when they're getting them before that? And this goes back to the podcast we talked about before, Kanal, which was
Because of this disparity, because of the disparity, most black men are locked up or dead.
No, that's
not true.
I'm talking about affluent men. We just had a podcast before.
I don't know a lot of I don't know a lot of affluent men. I do, but I don't. And then the affluent men that are out there, they're typically married already. They're in relationships already. They're unattainable. They can't. And you're gonna be a side chick.
Let me finish and then you can comment, because we just had a podcast about men who are boys who were going to the NFL draft, the NBA draft, whatever draft there was, and they didn't have black women on their arms. And the black women didn't want them until after they got drafted. And we were saying that, and through what the guys were saying, the white women were there getting their Starbucks, getting their Chipotle, taking them to practice, all that before they had anything. So why is it with our culture we only want the rappers?
And that's cool. And that's cool, because if that white girl got it to give it to you, that's the one you need to be with. Because I'm not buying no man no Starbucks, and I'm not building a man up if he can't buy his own cup of coffee. I'm not doing that. Me personally, I'm not doing that. I'm not providing for you
Now,
until
when you go back to say why you are where you are,
I'm not buying you shit.
and that is the reason. So
I
that's
ain't
what
buying you shit. If you
She's
ain't got
committed.
it, you ain't got it.
She's committed.
what happens is a lot of women won't build with the man. They only black women, just like yourself, they don't want to build with a man. They want to already have it. So what has happened is the smart people say, I'm going to get to you before you
And a lot of those men that use white girls and those other girls, and see, them white girls got it. Those white girls those white girls and those women be done inherited money, and they got money to give. How many black women actually come from inheritance and money where they got it to do that for a man? Not many.
Starbucks is only $5, Maya.
Don't be literal. You get what I'm saying.
No, that's what it is.
To be honest and to be straightforward with you, I come from an era where a man is the provider and a woman is the receiver.
Right.
I know my feminine essence and what I need to do for a man and do with a man and for a man to maintain him and keep him going. I'm just not in a place where
Drew makes a valid point, Maya. He said the white girl invests $3.50 to gain $1 million.
She could do that, and I'm happy for them, but I'm not.
And now we wonder, when I just asked what's wrong with the culture, this is an example of what's wrong with the culture.
I'm not doing it. It's against my.
Okay, so let me say this. Let me say this real quick.
It's against my makeup. It's against my makeup.
Let me say this. Just like you said, do you think these women? Wait,
y'all, and can all say this too. Y'all willing to do this therapy with these women? Y'all willing to, hey, I gotta help her out because she damn Canal, like, why you putting these black women down? But when you ask a real woman, why wasn't you there when I didn't have anything? When I'm gonna make it? What do they say? I ain't helping you out with shit.
I don't know if you're gonna make it, for one, and for two, I don't know. I don't even know.
You don't think with your encouragement, you just said.
I don't even know when you make it. I don't even know.
Wait, you just said earlier you could help your man lose weight, so you don't even mind if your man's a little chubby, because you.
Let me tell you something. I ain't financially, I do everything outside of finances, but I ain't giving you no money. I'm straight up with you, and I'm gonna tell you this.
Let me roll it
the
back.
The same thing that happened with Dwayne Wade. That lady stayed down with him, and he left her. I'm not building a man up to leave me. I'm sorry. You're not gonna use me. You're not gonna use me to get to where you need to go to get the woman that you really want. I'm not doing that.
So Maya, just like you were saying, where you asked me,
it's not brothers. You was the pacifist, the feminist that kept saying, my women this, you going off on women. I just proved to you that it's not us. They don't want us now. They only want us at the finish line. They don't want to help us build. So you was going through college. I'm gonna ask you, Kanal, when you was going through college in Chicago, who was helping you out? Was that woman you said helping you out? Was she white or black?
She was black. Black.
No, you
Okay,
said
but even if she was
Wait,
white,
wait,
he ain't with her now. He ain't with her now. He ain't with her now. He ain't with her now.
Wait. Undergrad, I had a white chick. Graduate school, I had a black chick. So I mean, I'm
But
still
where the
cool with
white
them,
girl
man.
at, Kanal? Kanal, where the white girl at? Why you ain't with her? Because she held you down. She bought you $3.50 coffee. You owe her everything. You owe her $1 million for a $3.50 coffee, bro.
Hey, is Artie Wills in the back room? Because he's in the back chat.
somebody in the back room. Oh yeah, Artie Will. I'll bring you up, Artie Will. I'm sorry, my brother.
Well,
how's it going? Shout out to the panel.
I'm saying this, okay. Undergrad, I dated a few chicks, but I had one Italian chick. She held me down. In undergrad, graduate school, I had a couple of sisters that held me down. So, and to this day, I'm still cool. I'm still cool with all of them, man. So I'm good.
So why you ain't marrying a white girl and you got a whole nother situation going on? She deserves more than that. She held you down.
I mean, I was fucking 18 years old.
My point. My point.
Wait.
Point.
But she's happily married. I mean, she's living her best life
But
now.
why you didn't marry her? Because she held you down to get to where you are now. You are a successful black man. You are not in the 75% of broke black men. She bought you coffee. She bought
Shout
you
out to
shit
BM
for your
Travis.
dorm. Why are you not with her? Oh, and also too, just to shout out one of your accolades, you were also recognized as one of the top 40 under 40 in South Florida. So you've got some accolades and you got some fucking heavy pockets. Why are you not with that girl? She deserves that.
He married somebody else, and she married somebody else.
My point.
He left her better than when he found her, right?
Good point. He could have.
I mean, to this day, I still thank her for hooking me up with that job at Allstate, though.
That's all she get after holding you down is, hey, thanks for the job at Allstate. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
All right. Oh boy.
I'm not. If you make under 75,000, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I make 60,000, you make 60, we got $120,000 a year together. I'm cool with it.
So here's the thing. You just put the money together. Hold up. Because there was a point made earlier that they don't do that. You just put the money together. Why would you do that? Isn't man supposed to pay all the bills?
First of all, I wouldn't want my man to pay all the bills because I wouldn't know what to do. I would definitely contribute to the house. I would want him to pay the big bills. I ain't gonna lie. I want you to pay the mortgage and the big bills, and I'll take care of the other things. I'll make sure I cook. I'll buy groceries. I'll buy our necessities, our soap, our toilet paper, water bill, light bill, cable bill, our entertainment and stuff like that. But you can put
Buying
the
some
rest of the
clothes,
stuff.
maybe put some money in the savings account for a trip,
Right.
for the
Things
year.
like that. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I don't have the personality and the mindset to be a stay-at-home woman to sit around and wait for you to come home. Like I'm a go-getter. I would definitely like to work. I would like to be out. And I'm one of those people where I want to say, if God forbid, if something happened to you, I don't want our relationship and our
Are you
love to
leaving?
dissipate because of a hardship.
Are you leaving?
No.
All
Yes.
saying, all you gonna give her is some toilet paper. She ain't my if y'all both
No, you missed it. She said I would put money in the savings account, and for the trips and stuff, she would use her money for the trips. If she's paying all the major bills,
if y'all both make the same amount of money, why would he be responsible for the majority of the bills and you responsible for the minority of the bills?
Because that's what I want.
Said Ronan, what we should be as a partnership. When you together, your money, all in her money, go into a pot.
So if that's the discussion, if that's what we agreed on in the beginning of the relationship, then that's what we'll do. If we're saying that if the mortgage is $1,200 and you say I need to put in $600, I'm gonna do that. If that's not what I agree to, I'm not gonna do that. So you're not the man for me. Point blank, period.
Yes. Are you ever going to agree to that?
I would. I never said that I wouldn't. I don't. First of all, we live in an economy where you have to go 50-50. If I'm with a man who's not a
100, 100.
millionaire and we're trying to move forward in life and we're going to move forward in life and we want some type of success and harmony, obviously we're going to have to go 50-50.
100,
Would
100.
you take him out on
Stop
half
saying
the date?
50-50.
You out on half
It's
the date?
100, 100.
Does that mean
Okay,
you take?
100. Okay, Ronan, 100 for you.
Do you take him out on half the dates?
Listen, I would take my man out of date. I spoil my man, actually.
Thank
He
you.
took me out a couple of times.
I've had women spoil me. I don't know who hasn't.
Hey, look, Maya, she was spoiled, guy. She took me out a couple of times, so it's all good.
I don't mind doing that. That to me, that's not a big deal.
Canal just using these women. You done used the woman in Florida to get you.
Well, first of all, hold on, correction. He never used me. I treated him because he deserved it.
Oh,
oh, we being facetious.
oh. I ain't got nothing to say about that.
Art of Will, welcome to the show, sir. What do you got?
Oh.
What say you?
Thanks for having me up. The funny thing is, I was watching this one female's channel. I won't say her name, but let's just say she's based.
What letter does it start with?
Z.
Oh, Lord Jesus, no!
Richard Arnett,
First from
that
this
name is
room.
forbidden in this chat. We are not name in any way. God bless you. Go ahead.
Why
sir.
do y'all watch that stuff? Why do y'all watch that stuff?
Well, we didn't watch it at first. She came in our room.
I watched it
we were
because
invaded.
Nack Measy pulled up, and I do agree with a lot of what he says on the panel.
I can't. Zach Easy called me a cracker. He called me a white
Are you
cracker.
serious?
Yes.
Okay, I don't agree with that part.
He's a black
but
guy.
anyway.
He's a white guy pretending to be black.
Okay. Well, that part I don't agree. But anyways, but one thing that was said by one of her guests towards Nack Measy, and it was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It was so dumb that I actually had to put it as a headline under my name on the panel, where a lot of women these days feel like that they deserve to earn $200,000 annually just to be a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
When really they're not going to get that working in an office, because they would just rather, you know what I mean? Instead of becoming a housewife, they're willing to just make 50+ K a year to work in an office. So if that's what their actual market rate is, why are they entitled to make $200K just to be a housewife? This is
That
the
sounds
dumbest
out of
crap I
context
hear.
somehow.
But Art of Will, can I be honest with you from a woman's standpoint?
Sure.
Not even a lot of women know what it requires to be a housewife.
We are on the same page with that. Thank
Not
you for
even
being
a
honest.
lot of women don't even know what it requires to be a housewife. They see it, they hear people say it. Obviously it's been a network headline
I
of
need to
being
go get something to drink because I have not been drinking.
Wait, hold up, brother. Hold up before you do that. I'm gonna let you finish your thought, Maya.
it's a headline, a network headline of being a housewife. Housewives of Atlanta, housewives of Potomac, housewives of Orange County. And none of those women ain't even been married. Those are guests and friends, and a lot of those women get on those shows to make money. They're not even housewives. So
Go ahead. I was gonna say whoever needs a drink, I was gonna give them a break. So right on time. Had to get me something to drink.
Hey, fearless. When you gonna show some natural looking women, though? All these women are like fucking cyborgs and shit.
I
Like,
love fake women, man.
like,
Hold on,
like,
I just had a quote up here to
Oh
say,
like, no. I'm just saying, man. Show some natural looking women. None of that cyborg looking type of shit.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you why I don't show them. Hold on, if I can find this quote, which I just took down. Man,
Well, was that the DR or was that like AI?
maybe Brazil.
Oh, it's
No,
Brazil.
those are the women he fantasizes about that he'll never have.
You know, Fearless is married, right?
All right.
I do know that.
Yeah, you two fools over the guy, people serving you. I have to get up to get my own drink, sirs.
It says men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear. That's why women wear makeup and men lie. So it's what we see, brother.
Cheers.
I mean, look, I'm sorry, Kanal. I know what you like. I apologize. I'm
You finna let him try you like that, Kanal? You gonna really let him try you like
Raise a
that?
glass. Raise a glass to the saggy
That was
waggies.
natural.
Raise a glass to the saggy
Hey,
waggies.
well,
Kanal, you gonna let him
Come on,
try you like that?
No, that was dedicated for you. Where's your glass at?
Well, you
Raise
know
your
what?
glass, brother. Cheers.
You know what? The darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I know her pussy nice and wet. Compared to that fucking sideboard you got, you picking like fucking sideboards trannies. So hey, and you know she can easily fall for a tranny in Thailand, dog. So hey, be careful with that,
the
man.
one that said you got all them hard bodies. I don't like them hard.
No. That's not hard. That's
Natural does not
sideboard.
equal saggy. Natural does not equal saggy. Natural equals soft, real, and juicy. Sorry to tell you that.
Oh Lord
Okay?
Jesus.
The darker the berry.
Why'd I have a feeling you were going to do that? Or you were going to do something similar to that?
Hey man, I don't like sideboards, dog. I don't do sideboards.
Hard ass rock titties and hard ass booty, like nah.
Okay, you proved the
Cheers
point.
to that.
You proved the point
I
on
need
that
some
one.
See,
mother's
that
milk.
was natural. That's all natural, right
I
there.
need some mother's milk. All of a sudden.
Compared to
Put a
that
little splash in
sideboard,
the glass.
compared to that sideboard you were highlighting, that damn transformer. So hey,
I've
that's all I
heard
gotta say.
women in Rio can't even wear foundation because the weather over there would make it melt off.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad in Rio, man. It's like Miami weather. It's like Miami weather.
Oh, okay. So they do. I don't know. That's what I heard. At least somebody that lives in
I've been to
Ipanema.
I've been to Brazil multiple times. It's not as hot. It's not as hot as everyone think it is. But if you've been in Miami, that's Brazil weather.
Miami is it's hot. It's hot in Miami.
No, I've never been to
Hey,
Miami.
Arthur, we cut you off, my brother.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, Ray Money, there you are. Shout out. I seen you on Racers. Chat a lot.
Hey, Ray Money, you got a YouTube channel?
He does.
Yes, Ray Money, real Ray Money. Yeah,
Oh
check me
shit.
out.
Yeah, I didn't know, man. I'll definitely subscribe to you, man.
I'm not just a troll. I actually make content.
I thought
too.
you were. I thought you were
No,
just
no,
just a troll.
Razor's been trying to get his subs up.
I'm at 128 subs, man. Trying to get my sub count up.
I'm subscribing to you now. Real Ray Money. What is it?
Real Ray Money. Yeah, I'll drop the link. Hold
I'm
on.
gonna put this in the chat for you.
Ronan, when are you starting your channel? I would love to join
My
your
channel
channel.
is already started.
He's live.
I'm
on his
about to
channel.
start my podcasting this month in June.
Is this
it's
you,
called
Ray?
Verifiable Podcast.
Hey, Ray Money. Ray
And
Money,
then I'll
drop the
be
link.
traveling in August at the latest.
Yeah, Mike. He's actually live
God
on
willing.
his channel. They're simulcasting.
Yeah,
Is
that's
this
why I'm
you, Ray Money?
simulcasting. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Brother, you look high yellow there. You like you a high
Man,
yellow.
what is you and the high yellow thing, man? Watch your mouth.
Hey, no, that's you know I said I got blamed for I told you being a cracker and I
Hey,
What's
that was the
between
winter
high
time.
yellow and mulatto, if there is a
That was the winter time, man. That's extra beige, man. That's,
Oh man, I see an unflattering
Why they do
photo of
Floyd
Floyd
like
there. Shout
Yo,
out to
drop the
Floyd.
link. I can't find it.
I'm going to.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you.
I'll put it in the chat.
Floyd
Everybody
actually made a
watching
Brazilian
this,
woman say,
please
"Don't wear
subscribe
polo
to
shirts."
Real Ray Money. That brother is a great supporter of the channel. He's always here. He's always there. Man, they did Floyd wrong. I think they done Photoshop Floyd on that.
I cannot find. I cannot find this. I can't find this channel.
Real.
I put it.
Morning, what did you say the name of your podcast? Because I would love to have conversations with verifiable, because we need to have more conversations surrounding around moving forward instead of honing in on these negative, social media mongering clips that puts us in emotional uproar, both men and women, and come up with more generalized solutions.
You guys put it in the chat. You guys forgot the Y in his name. Okay, there we go. Real Ray Money now put it in the chat.
Great money. I just subscribed, man.
You guys forgot the Y when you put it in the chat.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if I just got kicked out or not.
No, you're still in.
But I just jumped. Oh, okay. I opened up another tab. All right, I'm back.
When you gonna start your channel? And you can do all the
Hey, guys, listen. I'm gonna say this. Maya is a good dear friend of mine.
Oh, Lord,
I've been encouraging her to start her own channel because she has an amazing talent. Trust me, guys. And I'm still waiting for her to start a channel. Maya, why haven't you started your channel yet?
Because I kind of like being a mystery woman, and I like my private life.
No, you don't.
She likes being a troll.
No, I don't. No, I do like if I do content, it's generally going to be faceless because I like
plenty of YouTube faceless
Hey,
channels.
listen. I'm gonna say this right now. Hey, guys, as much as you guys want to talk shit on the comment section, Maya is attractive, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Saying anything in the comment?
No,
She is not a troll in real life. She's really.
I don't see any comment.
Well, I mean,
hey, if anybody was over there, y'all know Chris, the moderator for Mrs. Z. No, man, you starting to sound like Chris.
I forgot his last name, but yeah, I know Chris. I know who you're talking about. Why is he in here?
No, I'm saying Canal starting to sound like Chris.
Wait, hold up, bro.
You're just jealous. You're just jealous.
See, Fearless, you know I'm bigger than you, dog. We met in person. So it's like, hey, calm yourself, dog. Because that Chris dude, I tried to check him, man, and it was just like they kept kicking me out of the fucking live.
Ray,
So
that's
what it
messed
is.
up on the super chat. I saw that.
Ray,
I saw
you got to
that.
read the super chat.
Oh,
you got to
man.
read it.
You know that is the rule here.
Maya,
it's got to come with
wait,
the dance.
wait, hold up. Ray Money, who's literally right next to you, says that you may have saggy waggies. Do you have saggy waggies, Maya?
You answer him and tell him.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. She does not. I'm
He
telling you
does
right now.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Hey, where's the music? Come on, where's the music?
Hey, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now, guys.
And wait, and tell
Wait,
them,
hold up.
tell them the truth.
Yeah.
I'm half nude majority of the time, so braless and pantyless, and none of my shit sad.
I'm gonna say this. She has some of the best titties I've ever seen. Like real talk. I've been around. She got
Ray Money, I'm a
Maya, you're officially just a sister to me. You can never be anything other than a sister to me at this point. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna say this for a black woman. She got some nice tatas, man.
Maya,
congratulations.
You gotta be fucking. You gonna
Ray Money's like Maya.
You gonna have to put more than $2 donation than that, bro.
I got you.
Uh-oh. We talking
You drop them in the back chat, I'll donate more. How about that?
You're sick.
That's true.
And I'm not showing you my titties. You're gonna want to marry me.
No. Oh, you're gonna make him go against his own rules.
He gonna
said
want to
he's never gonna
breastfeed.
get married again.
Listen. He gonna want to be in this warm bed with these warm titties every night. I ain't gonna do it to him.
Damn, Ray Money.
Hold up.
Both of y'all single parents too.
You look like a cry. You look like a crybaby. I might have to put a titty in your mouth to shut you up.
I don't know how to react to that.
Right, hey, yeah, I don't know how to react to that.
Yeah,
They don't cry about nothing, but I mean, whatever you say.
Smile will help. That's all you need to do is smile.
I'll play along with you.
Right.
Literally.
Come on, baby. Come to mama, baby. Just say,
I'm sorry. Somebody says suckle up on them. I can't. I got.
I'm gonna throw that super chat in there. Let's see what you got.
I was a breastfeeding baby. I'm sorry. You don't offer titties to me like that.
Listen, all y'all titty men, y'all just crazy as hell. That's all.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a titty man more than an ass man.
Yep.
I gotta have a certain kind of areolas though. I can't have them little
be a titty man
little
until
tiny ones just make me mad. A lot of titty and little tiny area. I need some.
You like Nina Turner, huh? You like TLA? You like them big areolas, them dinner plates?
They gotta
Where is this conversation going?
You like them big browns? What you got? Them big brown areolas like that, man?
I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all are
I
so crazy.
I saw what a C cup looks like 10 years
Maya,
later.
are you not drinking?
I've been drinking since 2:00. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just making sure. You know that's a rule on Lions Den. If you're on this panel, you need to be drinking.
I don't need any more. I've been drinking since 2 p.m. I had a couple of my regular bar guests come and take care of me, and I went out after work, and I don't need any more.
Okay.
Earlier, I had an omission golden ale. It's actually better than the Michelob Ultra. I highly recommend that.
No, the
Beer
omission
recommendation?
ale. The omission ale is
That could be kind of like
fire.
a highlight for you guys, man. Do a beer or wine recommendation.
Well, that's what I said I was going to work on. I actually want to start educating and talking. I want to do. I'm going towards the title of Truth Juice. So I want to make some cocktails and get everybody to kind of like be interactive with me and go get the ingredients. I'll post it like the day before on how to make like Moscow mules, Manhattans, old fashions, and stuff like that. Different
I got
cigars.
my mixer and stuff in the front room, man. I'm good. I'm down for that.
Good idea.
Send out the recipe.
Not a child. If VM Travel says they're nice, I'm gonna take his word for it.
Hey, listen, guys, I'm telling you, she got some nice ones, man. Real nice.
Okay.
Real nice.
How many glasses of wine have you had, Kano?
2 glasses.
That's all?
That's all. But I'm saying she got some nice titties, though. She does.
I know, but you reminiscing too much.
No, he's not. He know how they look.
I know how they look. I've seen them.
How could you forget him?
And others in bed. She ain't listening to the podcast.
Nah, she's dead asleep, bro.
But as I said, like
There is always replay.
Oh shit! Nah, she ain't even watching my damn video.
Let me see what my hubby was up to last night.
But as
Maybe she know how they look too. You don't know that.
Oh.
Ah.
See, now you up in that's my business right there. That's my business right there.
I kid. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke.
No, you actually said it out on a live before.
What?
We talked about introducing others into the
If that's what
into the
my
bedroom.
man wants, if he
I know
wants
the
that,
answer. I remember everything.
but Kanal not my man though.
Why don't you just look, if you was a smart dude, what you would tell her is, look, we don't need no commitment. We can hook up a few days out the week. And you can be honest with her.
That's not. I do want companionship without the trauma and drama.
See, you got it, bro.
I don't want Kanal. Are you crazy?
She said, "Been there, done that. I'm done."
Maya, you mentioned like how you didn't want to build a guy, and that's understandable. But I will say this.
No, she did say she would help one though.
That's
She
respectable.
just said everything but financial.
Actually, you know what? That's very respectable. I can respect that. If it's building together, I can respect that. Now, if it's like going one way or the other, then yeah.
Because he may, okay, I don't know. This is where transparency comes in with dating, and a lot of people are not willing to be vulnerable to do that. What if you got cash? What if you got cash, but you ain't got no credit? I could fix your credit, baby. We could do that. That's cool. We could add some trade lines. We could do some credit cleaning. I'll do that shit for you all day long. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why your credit score is low. I don't know if you just divorced and you've been single for a year and you've been paying alimony and you trying to get. Everybody's got baggage, and this is, like I said, this is where transparent. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you need from me as a woman, and then I could tell you if I can deliver on that, and vice versa. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you expect. Maybe I can meet it, maybe I can't, and if we can't come to agreement, we need to go find our person.
That's respectable. Off topic, but I was going to say Cooper Kupp's wife worked 2 jobs so he can focus on his career, but that's an investment too.
Yeah, it's all a sense of perception on what you feel like. Investment of time versus money versus time. It's all kind of ways to invest.
It is, and time and energy is more than currency, believe it or not, because I could make money, I could lose money. You could make money and lose money, but I don't get that time and that energy back that I've given to you, and vice versa.
Exactly.
So what's wrong with in that NBA, that NFL dude? You could have made him some coffee and cooked him up the fake Chipotle.
And he probably gonna have about 5 women, and I don't want nothing to do with that.
You said you okay if he has other men.
Not if he lying. Not if he's lying about it. If you tell me the truth, I could deal with the truth, but I can't deal with a lie. Don't tell me I'm number one and you love me and you really don't, and you out pursuing something else. That's like not okay with me.
She has standards.
Don't be with me because you have to be. Be with me because you want to be. And you have to make a conscious decision as a man that this is what you want. And a lot of men can't do that. It's very rare that men can actually do that. A lot of men don't even want to be honest with the woman to tell her that, hey, I'm not a one-woman man, but they'll put on a mask and they'll fake it and they'll do it just to have her out of his own selfishness. Well, I'm going to be with you because I don't want nobody to have you, but then I'm going to go out and do my own thing. That doesn't work that way. Give me the option to make a choice to say, okay, I'm with a man who can't be with one woman. Okay, maybe I could do that. Maybe I can't.
But how many of your friends or associates or people you know, how many of them can really accept the truth? If a guy
one
out of how many
guys lie, if only one of your friends can accept it, guys.
But see, this is the thing. So this is the thing.
Wait, for context. You said one, but out of how many friends? So we can know the odds. We can know the actual percentage. So out of how many friends that you know, the one that would do it or would be okay with it?
1 out of 4.
Okay. Is that about 25%?
And then one the 4 that's not with it, I see them go through so much heartbreak and so much chaos about being cheated on and how broken they are, and I'm like, this man don't belong to you, girl. Like, you gotta find a way to navigate through this, because they're crushed. They're literally crushed to death. When I say crying, depressed, they start to have self-esteem issues. They start questioning themselves. They're like, well, what's wrong with me? Am I fat? I even have one of my girlfriends that's going to the extreme. Like, she's fucking taking Ozempic and a bunch of other shit because she thinks something wrong with her, because that was a personal choice that he made.
With all due respect, Maya, I could tell you what's wrong with her. She got attracted to a guy with options.
No, no, that's not it. That's not it with her situation. That's he actually he didn't have any options. That and she actually held him down after he lost his job for a whole entire year. So she's been financing him and taking care of him at the dates that they've gone out on. She's paid for him. She's been paying the rent. He lost his car. His car got repossessed. She has the Mercedes Benz. She lives in a luxury apartment. He has to drive her car, and she's done all of those things. And she went to LA to go visit her brother who had a newborn baby, and he decided to go cheat on her in her vehicle.
He cheated. He had options. And it seems like that she got attracted to what some people would identify as a pookie. That's the term I've heard a lot with what you just
Okay,
described.
so just because a man lose his job don't mean he a pookie. He fell on hard times now. Don't say that. We can't discount him to that degree to say he's a pookie. He fell on hard times. He had it before. He lost his job and she decided that okay, this is where we are in our relationship and I'm going to support you, and this is what he did.
And used her resources to cheat on her. Isn't that something
Yeah.
isn't that something that a pookie would do?
That's a man with no fucking character and principles and morals would do.
What would that be described as, a pookie with no character? No.
I don't know what y'all call pookies. I thought pookies was just like, hood dudes and
That's part of it.
I
From what I
don't know
understand,
what
it came from New Jack City. That's from
I don't know what
the character.
I thought pookies was like crackheads, like,
Yeah, just everybody. If you don't drop a cash app or a super chat, you can always drop a like. We
but
love the
she
like.
but she did that for him and she still I don't know how many options he had. I believe he went flexing in her car. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know where. She doesn't know where. We don't know how. She's trying to figure out where he met the girl, how he met her, because she was only gone for 3 days. And he left the house. She saw on the Ring camera that he came back home at 10 o'clock in the morning. And she found some other stuff in his phone, the girl naked and whatnot. But obviously it was a fling or a little fuck or whatever. But she's taken that very hard because she thinks that she owned this man. Like, people have choices. And like you said, people have options. But I believe because she believes in monogamy, that's why she's so broken up. I don't believe in that shit. I'm expecting that I'm not saying that I'm ugly, but I'm not the finest woman in the world. And even if I am better looking than the woman that you cheated on me with, I don't know what it is that aesthetically drew you to this woman and want to be with her sexually, because men are able to do that. Men are able to have sex without any attachments. So
Some men are not.
Some.
Because
But
if you look at today's statistics, you have a higher percentage of men that are virgins this year than the previous years. So you
and
can't.
that's because of social
put that-
media and corn. You got all of these. I mean,
I
Instagram
agree.
is basically like
agree.
soft corn. You could
Totally
go online and click and you could see everything that you want to see. I mean, masturbation is not a healthy way of connecting sexually, but sometimes people have to do that. But you still need a human touch. You still need warmth. You need breath, you need oxytocin, you need chemistry, you need those chemicals and dopamine and all of that stuff for you to survive as a person.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I understand. Yeah, this generation does consume a lot of it.
And God forbid if social media, if the government said today or tomorrow that we're gonna disconnect social media, there's
TikTok.
no more TikTok, there's no more dating, or no more apps, no more Instagram, no more Facebook. I could assure you that people would be in longer lasting relationships. I believe that a lot of people that live their lives online would probably unalive themselves because they have no social skills. They would die from loneliness. Um,
Well, I will say TikTok definitely needs to go away because they not only that, but they also spreaded some fake news that would have possibly caused a race war.
But here's the thing:
a lot of this stuff causes.
these guys are just social. You know, I know that people got upset when I forgot who it was. We were talking about Austin Hollerman. They were like, oh, you know, a lot of people were incels. Man, you know how, look, incels, what don't they have? They don't have no girl, probably live at home with their mom, don't really need to worry about dress. So they got a lot of disposable income. Those incels pay out. That is social media. That's how it is. I know that isn't our generation, but that's their generation, and that's here to stay. That social media is just here to stay. It's worldwide.
And a lot of those social media people are extremely lonely because they come to the bar, they come alone, they don't have nobody to talk to. They come up there and buy a whole bar drink and they're fucking $400, $600 in shots, including, and that's not even including the $120 or $200 tip they gonna give me. And they walk out of that shit without a friend, without
Man,
nobody
you
don't
pulling
give a
tips like
fuck
that?
about them.
Hold up, Maya. I'm coming to Atlanta. You pulling tips like that?
Baby, let me get
Your
these
pockets is
receipts.
fat.
Listen,
I ain't blowing that cat.
a lot of people do it and they walk away without anybody even caring about them. Without even a care. Don't they could see him staggering out the door. They wouldn't even ask him if he needed a fucking Uber.
Yeah. Well,
Wouldn't even walk him to his car, wouldn't even take the initiative to take his keys. Like, so that's why I say money isn't everything, because there's millionaires that want to unalive themselves. There's very lonely people out here, and people have forgotten how to connect with one another.
and that's a sad waste of resources.
And that's just the truth. I see more single people than married people come to the bar. And sadly, me being a woman and being an attractive woman, you know, some of my regulars or some of the guys that come to the bar tend to think that I'm supposed to feel their loneliness, but I'm just a fucking bartender. I'm here to serve your drinks, and yeah, I'm going to talk to you, but I don't owe you shit past that.
Yeah, Generation X, man. I don't think y'all can make it for real. I mean, not
But it's not even Generation X. It's also, I would expect the women my age and the men your age to carry the torch and kind of keep things the way they are, versus saying, well, this is how it is now, so we compromise and go with the flow of what they're doing versus how it worked when we were doing it.
But see, here's the thing, Ma, you talking about now. So just think about how your parents were when they were like, I don't know why you need to get on that phone, or why can't you just write a letter, or whatever they said back in the day. You know, when it was, why you listen to that rock and roll music? We didn't listen to that. So every generation has a change. You know, they were
We
saying,
listen to everything in my generation.
yeah, you know what they were saying, what you were done was stupid. And now we say what they doing is stupid. So we can't change it.
But there's still implementation. Like, I'm not a texter, okay? I'm not. If you got to keep texting me, like, I'm not. You're not gonna get any more conversation out of me. Like, if you got to text me, like, "Hey, are you getting dressed? Hey, I'm on my way," or "Hey," like, if you cannot pick up the phone and call me, I'm not really gonna entertain you too much.
I'm gonna ask a dude. Have y'all ever been on a first date with a girl you never talked to on the phone? Like all y'all
That's
did was
insane.
and you was like, hey, let me
First
meet up.
date I never talked to.
How do you arrange a
Like
date if you never talked to her?
Huh?
No.
Unless you did it in person.
No, like you text. Like you say you met on a dating site. Y'all text each other and y'all just met up.
Very rarely. I'd at least have to have a conversation with her.
Well, see, here that's what the generation people do.
And I mean, there's guys that my age that like to text and Instagram all day long. I mean, sadly, this one guy that I was interested in, he invited me to his home after dinner. Very beautiful home. He's doing well for himself. And I mean, I was really ready to put it on him that night, but he fucking kept texting and doing what he was doing on the phone. And I was like, hey, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back over here again.
But today's
Could he
generation,
have been arranging something like for you guys both?
No, he was just on fucking Instagram and doing. I'm like, listen. And I mean, he talks all this boss shit on Instagram too. Like he's just this social butterfly, this fly guy. Go to dinner, no conversation. I'm like leading the way the entire time. I'm talking. I'm full of energy. I'm like, how's your food? You want to get this drink? You want to try this? You want to get some appetizers? Like, what's up? Like, you know, you want to do something after this, whatever.
Don't do that yet, Kanal. Let me introduce him because he's the new sponsor of the show. He got
billions and 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 billions and
Why'd they have to slide C in there?
Nice soundbite.
You know, sometimes you gotta have those. Since he gets that, he gets one. Where's my other one at? Oh, there we go. The natural one. I can't do the saggy waggy. Where my natural? I'm sorry. I know this is one we played, but I always gotta go native because this is my baby. She always get the native, so. All right, my brother. Let's see what my man says. This is the child in the house. I'm 28 years old. I appreciate the older generation sharing their experiences in relationships because we are able to learn what to avoid. That's why the current number of marriages and relationships are low. I want to agree with you. I do. But I spent time in a chat over the weekend or when I was just trying to say, hey, we had swagger, like we had game. And they all came at me and was like, why y'all keep talking about that? Why you keep talking about this? It ain't this. Because in the day and time that Kanal and I grew up.
Hey.
You had to actually talk. You had to have some self-confidence. See what, and this is what happened in your generation, the child. You guys get to hide behind a phone. Y'all don't really have to talk. You can be whatever you want. You can act this way. That did not exist here. You actually had to have some swagger, some confidence. You had to know, you had to learn rejection. A lot of y'all guys, like, what's that, Floyd? Hey, how you doing? The girl don't talk to me. It's like, all right, bitch. I mean, it's just, they don't even understand rejection. Yeah. So in our day, you really had to do that. But I don't know if a lot of people in your time could have done that, where you really got to go talk to a girl. You got to kind of romance her. You got to take her out. You got to get to know her. You know what we used to do? We ain't had a cell phone. You know what love was to us? When you wake up at 6 a.m, you still on the phone because you done fell asleep. No, you get off. Nah, you get up.
Wait a minute, with that 10 forward cord, that 10
No,
forward
bro, we had
cord.
cell phones. We had the Motorola brick phone. Come on, don't.
No, not
Motorola. Sorry, Nokia. We had the Nokia.
No, we had that extra long cord that could stretch for almost 30 feet.
No, you guys aren't that old. We had the Nokia.
No.
Not as kids. Nah.
We didn't have no TVs in our rooms, man. I barely had a radio in my room. My mom kept on trying to turn that motherfucker off.
I still had the rotor phones where I had to like roll that shit.
No,
man.
you guys had the
Yep.
Nokia, man.
No,
How old are
no.
you, Artie Will? I thought you were in your 40s at least.
Yeah, but I had the Nokia.
Nah,
Okay, then you came in around the 80s or so.
You used to have
Zach Morris.
Yeah, you used to have to pay by the minute, man. It wasn't even like you got free calls. It was pay by the minute on your cell phone.
No,
remember the Motorola, the little sidekick, the little pager?
No, I had voice stream at the
The-
time. I'm
the-
trying to
the
think.
little
I think I
text
paid like
function on it?
300 minutes in a month or something like that.
Oh,
Ozzy said we old. And you know how I knew I was old? When I was talking to a kid that was in school, and they said it was like, oh, my friend, man, he moved, and he not gonna be able to. He moving to a whole nother school, and I was like, man, that's sad.
Whoa, what was
like,
that?
I don't know who that is. He said, I said, man, that's sad, man. He's not gonna be at the school. Y'all not gonna talk. He's like, no. I don't know who going on.
Maya, wake up!
I think she's sleeping.
Maya,
Maya's sleeping.
She's breathing heavy as hell.
Damn.
Damn, how much she had to drink?
Maya.
Damn, that's that carbon dioxide pressure.
That sounded like a whole tornado running through her house.
That's the emphysema she got. Damn.
Ew.
I thought one of y'all was hacking a lung up or something.
I think we bored her somehow. I think
That
she got
is
bored of our
not me.
conversation.
That's not me. I'm wide awake.
Something sounded like God. Dog coming out your house. What you got? You got a little demon up in there or what?
No, that's not me.
That was
we
like,
all heard it.
That was like some Darth.
Go
that was
back to
some
your
Darth
playback
Vader
at this
breathing
time
right
frame.
there.
Go back to your playback at this time frame. We all heard that damn thing.
You
Whatever
can know.
it was,
You can ask. I just literally text Kanal just now.
Well,
was
you got
some Darth
something over there
Vader
breathing
breathing.
heavy into your mic. I don't know what it is.
How much you weigh, Maya?
165.
Look at his face. His face went to like, oh
165.
God. The way she was breathing, she sounded like a
Wait,
Gila monster.
165. That's almost near my weight.
Not me.
We all heard it. You need to go back to playback after this. That shit was
I
loud.
literally.
I'm approaching 180.
Man, you need to do some cardio.
So the child, I get back
Why
to you.
I gotta do cardio?
Sound like you
You
have
weigh almost as much as me.
over there.
Damn, y'all fucked up tonight.
So the child, I was talking to a kid that was in school, and he was saying, he was like, yeah, my friend, he's moving, he's leaving school, going to another school. And I was like, man, y'all don't get to talk no more. That's crazy. He's like, huh? We just talk every day on social media. Now, back in my day, when somebody moved outside the city,
oh, it's over.
you didn't see him no more. That was it.
You had to write them pen pals.
Yeah, that was it.
You had to know how to write.
Yep, there was no communication. That wasn't it. I mean, you guys now, there's just
You're right about that, Drew. She needs the CPAP. Stat.
So I don't know what this your generation, man. It's everybody got it different, but I think y'all lost something by doing that, man. Y'all, especially the men. The men lost that whole. Y'all lost confidence by it, man.
But men don't want to pursue anymore because they're afraid of being rejected now. So it's like they have to know they have a for sure thing now.
That's millennials.
I think
That's
it's a
not
little bit
men.
more than that. I don't think it's just afraid of being rejected. It's, they don't want to be coming off as
It's a certain age of men.
creepy, or then someone will call us, a friend to, try to handle this situation. Like, it's more than that now. I don't think it's just about being
A lot of
rejected.
these kids are just afraid of rejection, man. They don't know how to fucking take rejection anymore.
And then it's the simp term now. Like if you're nice to a woman, or if you're a lover boy, or if you're romantic, you're a simp now. Like how are you gonna be a sucker for a woman? Like,
do you think somebody's actually getting some every damn
Man,
week?
my homie
worried
did
about being
5
called a simp?
years just for approaching a female, and a dude didn't, and a dude was up in his feelings about it. And of course, my friend had to handle the situation. So that's another situation. That's why people don't want to approach either, because they don't want to get locked up.
And you glance at you glance in the direction. All of a sudden, you on YouTube as a creep looking at her. So guys, like I don't, any place that you would have talked to a woman before, You scared to because you don't know the reaction. You don't know if you're gonna be blasted on social media. You don't know how she's gonna react to you and put you out there. And so it's difficult. You know, women don't understand that. Y'all don't really approach guys. Y'all don't deal with rejection like guys do.
Well, whose fault is that?
Which that would be your fault.
Your
Because
man.
Why?
because you don't approach. So you don't approach guys, so y'all don't know about anything about rejection.
But why would I? Why would I? And why should I approach
No,
a man? Like, isn't that kind of like? Is that not like a masculine thing, or
Well,
no?
considering chivalry is dead, and that everything is equal now, why not? Though I do believe you're right. A man should approach a woman, but again, now with chivalry dying,
Because
women's
if I
men's live
like if I
2024.
know if I as a woman, if I notice that you're checking me out and I'm kind of reciprocating the energy, yes, approach me. But if you're checking me out or looking at me, because a woman knows when a man is showing some type of interest. So if I'm not showing you any interest, just do not even try to shoot your shot, because that's where the embarrassment comes in at, because you see that I'm not giving you eye contact. I'm a little avoidant. Body language is showing it. Face is showing it. Like, don't approach me. Like my body language is saying stand off. Why would anybody approach somebody like that? That's just
Maya. Let's talk science. Wait.
She's actually right. No, I actually agree with
We
her.
got a perfect example. Maya is a bartender. How many attempts have you seen of men walking up to women in your bar as a bartender where they totally got shot down and was fucking embarrassing as hell for him?
yeah, because it's because it's the
Don't say, yeah,
woman.
give us a for instance. What did you see? You
I
work in
saw
a
the
bar.
one.
You see
I
it all the
saw.
time.
I originally saw the woman displaying behaviors of not being interested.
But here's the thing, Maya. It doesn't matter to me that you are not interested. If I go talk to you and you don't like me, there's a certain way you can do it. I've seen women reject a man and he was almost happy. Where he was like, damn, where a woman say, man, you are handsome, you are nice, man, I'm with somebody. I wish I wasn't with him. If I wasn't with him, you'd be the first one, because you're the kind of man that would get a good woman.
But why I got to say all of that? I'm gonna say, you know what? No, thank you. I'm with someone.
No, I don't like you. Why you come up to me? That's
no, I know that's not realistic. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
That's
that.
actually why that one female got stabbed in New York, because she ran her mouth when the dude approached her.
Oh my
It's messed up
God.
though. She shouldn't have gotten stabbed, but still.
But this is the thing. That's nasty. If you're gonna be like doing all that, that's just not right. I'm not saying that she deserved to get stabbed, but
Well, she ran her mouth. That's why. But she shouldn't
but
have. That
that's
is her
not
excuse.
okay. But that's not okay. But that's just fucking not okay. But what I'm saying is, if I'm at the bar and and I see you looking my way, and I'm kind of like, okay, and this is me as a customer, like, okay, I'm not really interested. Even when men approach me and try to buy me drinks, I say no, because I don't want you to buy me a drink and linger around me. If I accept the drink, yes, I'm going to show you some interest. Like, okay, yeah, I'll let you buy me the drink, because, yeah, I'm ready to have conversation with you. But the men that I see get turned down, it's like the women are with their girlfriends. They're probably really not out looking for any action or anything like that. They're married, or they're just out getting drinks before they go to where they're going. And the men still just like pursue. Like, why are you pursuing something that's running from you? That's crazy.
I agree. As far as the social construct, I agree with that, but that's not always reality, because I hate to say this, but men can't read social cues like that. Sometimes they don't see it as running.
Is that why women get essayed? Because men can't read social cues and they
I
decide
will
to.
never excuse
Maya,
that.
why
and
you
I
got to
think
go
that's
to that
messed up.
extreme?
I would
Every woman
never
doesn't
ever
get essayed
excuse
because
that.
they've been
But that's the same
turned
thing,
down.
Ronan, because that's
I would
like
never
super
excuse that.
rapey vibes. That's
I would
super
never.
rapey.
Because he
I would
attempted
never.
to be a man and
First off,
ask
Maya, I
a
would never
woman if
excuse that.
he could get her number. He's giving off rapey vibe for even asking.
If she is showing body
Rapey
language,
vibe, sorry.
if she's not interested, like you could tell you, how can you not be able to read social cues?
Because a lot of men are awkward because they've sat in mama's basement
most
growing up.
And some people don't even have a father to even learn that stuff. But again, it's no excuse.
Because if you're looking at me and you checking me out, and I'm like, okay, well, damn, he look good, or he looking at me like she look good, and you kind of, I'm gonna like give a smile. I'm gonna smile with my eyes, or give a little grin, or like, welcome me, like, hello, like, hey, like, yeah, you could come over. But if I'm like a fucking pinch face, fucking brows all crossed, like, don't come over here.
He still might think you're cute with that face.
No, 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 no.
What you mean? People are awkward.
And
They
that's
just
when they
think
come, and that's when they
that
come and
stink face
say,
could be cute to him. Like, oh, look at
and
that
that's
face.
when they
That's cute.
say, oh, you're so pretty. You need to smile. And it's like, I ain't trying to smile at you because I didn't want your ass over here.
See, there you
Damn.
go. See,
So
now this is why guys don't approach women. You see that?
You shouldn't approach me if I have a mean face.
Kevin
You
said it. He said, why I gotta smile? Kevin Samuel said this exact same thing. You can't even have a woman smile.
Why do I need to smile at you and I'm not inviting you into my space and in my energy? I don't want you here. I'm showing you that I'm not interested in you. Why would you come over here? You're going to irritate me because I don't want you here. Then you're going to take up the space for the guy across the bar that I do want over here. Go away.
So he's cramping your style. That's why you don't want him over there. You got your eye on somebody in the bar and he's messing it up because that guy might not want you after he approaches you.
And I'm not gonna say it in that way, but if you come and be like, hey, how you doing? I'm gonna speak back. I'm gonna be like, hey, how are you? And it's like, can I buy you a drink? I'll say, no, or whatever corny other lines. I don't even know, but some of these men say some of the outlandish, craziest things that you wouldn't even believe. But it's like,
I believe it.
Who still buys a stranger drink, especially in 2024? Who still does that?
A lot of men do it.
Still?
She works in a bar, Art. I mean, what can you say?
But women buy men
She's not
drinks.
supposed to consume while she works.
Well, I do.
Ooh. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm allowed to drink as long as I'm not drunk.
Guys, think about what she just said though, and this is why Ozzy the child.
But why are you so affected by it then, Fearless? Like, for real, like, if I'm giving you social cues and body language that I'm not interested, why would you still pursue? That's like running a red light. That's like running a red light.
It's the culture. We just talked about how Black women can be, how radical they can be, how our culture does that, how abrasive we are.
What should I do? So if I'm not interested,
I told you how you do it. You smile. Thank you very much. I would love that. I'm sorry at this time I can't. But if I had an opportunity, I would.
But why do I have to say why do I gotta do that? Why do I gotta do all of that?
Maya, listen to this.
You don't have to do nothing.
You sound irritated because here's the thing. You sound irritated because of the fact that you work in a bar you work in a bar. That's your job. So you get it more than most. Okay. People are always going to approach you because you're always in a bar where people are inebriated. But at the same time, that could be his first opportunity to ever talk to a woman. And he runs into you.
I didn't look at it in that way, but
runs into you in a bad mood where you're just not tolerant.
No. So this is the thing. I like to make money and I'm a money maker. So I always have to be in a positive mood if I want to make money. That's the first thing. Second thing is that's just my personality. Like, I like bartending because it's a part of my identity. I'm a hospitality, food, and beverage person. Like, I enjoy doing it. So I love
doing it too with $200 tips. God
Yeah, but that's because if you just bought 10 shots, 20 shots for the whole bar and your bill is $400, I mean, the gratuity there of actually entertaining you all and serving drinks and making 10 shots and Manhattans and martinis and margaritas. Yeah, like, okay, you pretty much made my night. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Guys, I want y'all to listen. This is we learning. What happened to the days when a woman would be nice just for being nice? If
I
it's not
just said that, but you didn't hear that.
she said you got to pay all of this just to get a smile and be nice. There
I
was
didn't say that.
basically what you said.
You missed you missed everything that I just said. You missed you heard what you
And
heard
we
what you heard what you wanted to
Why
hear.
can't y'all get along? I'm just confused as hell.
But
That's why I'm
Ronan,
scratching
this
my
is what
head
I
so much.
said. I said I said I'm
So no,
always
wake
nice.
up.
He's shout out.
I said that I actually enjoy my job. Like I enjoy being pleasant. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy socializing. That's what I just said. I didn't say that I'm smiling and talking to you because I want the money, because I could smile and talk to you and you could write $0 on that tip line.
Facts.
That's not what I said. That's what you interpreted.
It's
So
us.
what I'm saying is, as a woman not working, if I'm out socializing and I'm sitting at a bar or I'm at a event out on the lawn at Piedmont or something, and I'm enjoying myself, and I can kind of read that you're wanting to approach me. If I'm not looking forward to your approach, there's going to be some type of body language or energy that I'm giving that says no.
So you
If
saying with
my
all
body,
energy,
so
with all that attitude, a guy still says, I'm gonna come and approach you.
some men do, not you, but some men do. They will still,
There's a lot of hard-headed drunk heads in a bar. I swear to God.
and I'm not
Jamal will
talking
tell you.
about at the bar. Let's take away the alcohol. Let's take away the alcohol. Let's just say I'm at
A gas station.
a gas station and I'm pumping my gas, and you just saw me in the gas station pay for my gas, and you say, "Hey, pretty lady," and I say, "Hey," and I just walk off. Right? I spoke to you and I acknowledge you because you said hello to me, so I'm going to say hello to you. So I'm paying for my gas and you say, "Hey," and I say, "Hey," and I walk out. I didn't say hey and hold a conversation to you to say, "Well, how you doing?" and go from there. I paid for my gas and I walked out, and I'm going to pump my gas because I'm ready to pump my gas, get in my car and leave. Why
Maya,
you follow?
think
Why are
about
you following me to my car? Get the fuck away from my car.
you just said in today's society, we always on the internet. We only know how to swipe. Now, when a guy in real life tries to approach you, this is what he gets.
You are missing the entire point.
Am I missing the point? Because
Why would you approach a woman who doesn't want to be approached? If I give you the social cue to invite you to conversation, then that's a go. Why would you approach me and I'm just not engaged?
this is what we have said. This is why men don't approach women anymore. This is why we don't. I don't know
No,
what you're.
men need to stop. Men need
The
to stop
question
approaching
was,
the
how
women
come
that don't want to be approached by them.
Fearless? Her answer is, why can't they pick up on the social cue of that she's not interested at that moment?
But why can't men approach the women that want to be approached? That's inviting them to say, "Yes, come to me, talk to me. I'm interested. Yes, I'm giving you a yes."
You why? You want to know why? Because women give mixed signals. When a woman says, "Well, does no mean no?" Well, no can mean yes, and sometimes it
Oh
mean
my
no.
God.
I don't say this because of this, and I really wanted. And there's on this, when the world said, "I really wanted him to come talk to me," but he never did. Well, what did you do to him? Nothing. I just stood there. Y'all don't know how to give social cues. So how?
No.
understand what you do.
That's crazy. I have yet, as a woman, I have yet to see a woman that says no, but really means yes. Because when a woman say no, a woman means no. Unless we getting ready to get into bed and I'm like, no, stop, leave me alone. But I'm bending over while I'm saying no. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, if she says no twice, I'm out.
I ain't going to jail.
Yup.
You see what I'm saying? So if I'm saying no, baby, and I'm like, yes, and I'm pulling my panties down and I'm bending over the bed and I'm saying no, please, I don't want it. Yeah, I want it, obviously, but no is no. And it's like my energy is telling you, like, I'm gonna speak because it's common courtesy, like, hey, hello, hi, whatever. And then it's like, can I talk to you, Miss Lady? And not today, I'm sorry, like, but thank you, I'm gone. Don't come back for more, like coming to my car and coming up to my window, like that's super scary. Like, I don't know.
Hey, Shawty, hey, can I get your number? Show me them
No, I'm
same
good.
arrows in the back chat.
I'm good.
Oh man.
And this
Ray
is what
Money.
the social media. It's easy to hide behind that phone and swipe than have that.
Just stop pursuing women that don't want to be pursued. That's really just it. And I guess that's the crime.
Maya, I do have a question. Like, okay, in a nightlife, especially in a club, it's really hard to see, quote unquote, choosing signals because there's so much distraction, loud music, too many people. Like, how are you really gonna see?
I don't work at a club. I
choosing
work
signal?
I work at a steakhouse. So I don't work at a club. I work at a steakhouse.
Okay, so environment also dictates a little bit then.
Now, when I worked at a club, I see more people connecting than I do at a steakhouse. Because you've had lots of alcohol involved. So there's a lot of people more open and more social because they have, their inhibitions have been impaired. Honestly.
Are you blaming it on the alcohol?
Of course.
Blaming on the alcohol.
I mean, seriously, you see people meet one night and go fuck in the car and instantly.
Oh, I didn't think I'd see Darnell in the chat. Shout out to Darnell.
I see people at the club hit it off before I see people hit it off at a steakhouse because obviously a steakhouse is more
Yeah, that's not really
conservative than a nightclub.
Yeah, you got to go to like a bar section of, well, I don't think they exist anymore, like TGI Fridays or a Kachina or something like that. Where where the divorcees hang out at. Shout out to the divorcees.
But I get more married people at the steakhouse than I do anywhere else that I've worked. And I've worked in different venues and different places, but I get more couples that come there, and I do get single people that come to the bar too. They're mostly friends. They're meeting a friend, business partners, things like that. But people still don't talk to each other. People sit at the bar on their phone.
Let me see if I hold up. Let me see if I can.
I do see people in the chat saying get their not get their passport. Shout out to James, says we do not receive that energy overseas. Now, this is where Mr. BM Travels, Mr. Canola, and I butt heads in the beginning. But shout out to you. I actually started to agree with a lot of what you say, and also QB passport flexing, because it sounds like I'm starting to agree with a lot of both what you, him, and even Marty McFly, which I know he's not in the channel, but he's another guy that I follow as well, that all have like similar mindsets. And I hate to say this to most people, but not everybody should be getting their passport unless they actually work on themselves. You can't. It's not a magic blue pill. Like, at least work a little bit to where there's some progress.
Yeah, don't take your toxic behavior overseas.
Yes.
Have you ever rejected a man specifically to test his determination to winning you over?
Of course. I love the chase. I love the chase.
This is why I want to go to what Maya was saying, and then I'll play. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overcut.
Have you ever rejected a man specifically to test his determination to winning you over?
Of course. I love the chase. I love the chase.
No.
Good showing.
Yes. You have?
Yeah.
Say why, so they know.
Because it's fun. It's a game.
That's fucked up.
Have you ever rejected a man specifically to test his determination to winning you over?
Yes. 100%.
So then how does no always mean no?
It doesn't. No can mean yeah, and yeah can mean no. Just depends on how you.
Wow.
Those girls sound like they fucking 19 and 20 fucking years old. Get out of here.
Well, I show y'all something. It's specifically what was said, and y'all discount everything that.
Those girls have not had any experience or real life. Those girls sound 19 and 20 years old. Ask a woman in her
Aren't those
30s.
the kind of girls that come up into your club that you bartend at?
I don't work at a club, Ronan. I work at a steakhouse.
I'm sorry, the steakhouse? They don't come in the steakhouse looking like that?
No. No.
As I said, work on yourself before going overseas.
I agree with you.
One thing to keep in mind, Arthur Will, Martin McFly, that's my travel buddy, man. We travel together to a couple of countries together. So yeah, that's
I
my
do
boy,
follow
man.
his channel.
Yeah, that's my boy right there.
Shout out. That's what's up.
Excuse me again. I am not married. I need to go refill my drink. You slow ass.
Just remember, liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, you couldn't get sicker.
That is a true statement.
All right. I felt it, and it sucks.
Yeah, you better get your coconut water the next day and a B12.
Body Armor Light helps too. That stuff is awesome.
Body Armor, electrolyte, what is it called? BioLite, and then Vitamin Shop has these little powder supplements called the Party After.
Okay.
But if you're
I don't have
drinking
a
white,
Vitamin Shop, but I have a super supplement, which is probably the same store.
but if you're drinking white, stick to white. You're drinking dark, stick to dark, and do not drink Long Island iced teas. Those are the worst drinks to ever drink unless you plan on having one.
Yeah, no, I'm not drinking that.
You drinking whiskey, drink whiskey. Do not mix whiskey with anything else. Do not mix gin with anything else. Do not mix cognac with anything else.
So if I drink gin, I can't drink vodka on the next serving, right?
I would not recommend that. No.
Okay, so stick with vodka. Okay.
Yeah, vodka stays with vodka. No. I don't even understand how people drink gin. It's just
Hey, gin's not that I'll do a gin martini.
Yeah, but that's just a traditional, but unless it's like maybe Hendrix, yeah, but anything else like Beefeater, Bombay.
I see Darnell in the back. We're gonna bring Darnell up. Welcome to the panel, Darnell. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Fantastic. Since you're just coming aboard, I'm gonna preference this of what we were talking about, the subject. I know you might want to talk about something else, but help me out here. Do men earn too little, or do women want too much? There was a gentleman on our first thing that we played. He had his own business. He made 75 to 95,000. The woman's 95 just ain't good enough. You gotta have 100,000 to be with me. So first, address that, and then you can go to whatever subject you want.
Okay. To be honest with you, I believe it's a combination of both. Inflation is killing everybody. I mean, like where I live at, the average salary I think is about 60,000-70,000. and that you used to be able to live like a king here about 15 years ago, you know, for 60, 70K. Now, man, I mean, you can't live here no more, man. You can't buy no house. You're gonna be constantly in debt. So yeah, I say as a man, yeah, I do believe that men nowadays, in many cases, it's no fault of their own, but men do earn less, and that when it comes to women, yes, I'll be honest with you, I do believe a lot of women are delusional, and they don't have realistic expectations of uh, what a man should, what a man or what they feel is adequate for a man to earn. You know, um, it's like, I
I mean,
mean,
if the average salary is, I know Kanal knows that number. I think he put it up. But let's just say 45,000.
54,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
45.
So if he
yeah,
make the average salary, what hope is it for the average man?
there is none, to be honest. I mean, there is none. The only thing you can do is you got to go somewhere where, your average salary does better. But the only problem is, unless you have a remote job,
So you're saying go where you are appreciated and not tolerated.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Is that just for the wife and then come back home with her?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Is that just for the wife and then come back home, or stay
what
there?
do you mean? What?
Go where you're tolerated. This toleration is for the relationship, right? For the woman.
Oh, well,
not
no,
society.
not necessarily. Not just the woman. It also goes with if you if you want to have a better lifestyle of living, for example, if you want to live paycheck to paycheck, which I don't think anybody does.
No, but I'm gonna take back with that. We just had Maya on the show, and Maya, what we talked about was, hey, why can't you be with a man before he has it? When you see the NBA players, NFL players, you see Becky right beside him, and we say, why don't you, Becky buying him Starbucks, she getting him some Chipotle, she there. So when he does make it, she's set, and Maya was like, I'm paying for nothing.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, that you got to remember when it comes to women, that's, what I'm saying? They don't want to build, they move in. Women are a byproduct of a man's success. They're going to chase the top, the top guys.
They wait they wait at the finish line. This is what I got when I was in the red pill manosphere days. I hear this a lot. They wait for you at the finish line.
But do you think that was kind of proven? I mean, we can say red pill is stupid, but we just had a person on here that stated that same thing.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times they don't admit it, but yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. They wait at the, at the finish line, just like, just like Will said, they wait right at the finish line. Like, and I heard it, I think it was O'Shea Duke Jackson did a story on this. Now, I don't really particularly care for him, but I watch his videos from time to time. But he's like, when it comes to, somebody had mentioned those college athletes earlier and stuff like that, a lot of times, Becky with the good hair, they, what I'm saying, they be hunting. Like they go straight to the dorms, looking for those people in college, man. I mean, like they be smart. Like some of them, I'm not going to say they wait at the finish line, but they, it's like, I tell you, women probably make better draft scouts than, say, a draft scout for the Cleveland Browns.
General manager.
Yeah. Than a general.
That's why those people, and this is sad. Kanal said no people like him are in the boardrooms. You know why the white persuasion in them get rich? Because there's an experiment that psychologists do when kids are young. Man, I can't remember the name of it. Somebody help me out with the actual word. It's they put a a cookie in front of a kid and they say, hey, if you wait, you'll get 2 cookies. If you don't wait, immediate
self gratification.
No, instant gratification and delayed
Instant
gratification.
That's it.
Yeah.
So the kid who does not take the marshmallow and waits for the other one, those are the ones that will be successful because they're waiting. The other kids who take the one and try to get it, they can't. And on average, our Black women want that instant gratification. They want it right now. Those white Beckys, they like, I'm going to invest. See, what they do is they invest in Apple when it was $1. We wait and say, oh, Apple good now. It's $1,000 a share. That's when we want it.
Yeah.
We don't get it when it's there. And
I'm waiting for that 10-for-1 split from NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Ray Money, he left the building. He left the show.
Oh, damn.
He does have to get some sleep, but we always want to thank Ray Money. We appreciate it. He is
Ray Money.
Ray Money, we appreciate it, brother. This is your going away gift. Have a good. Ray Money, salute and good night to the panel. Good night, sir. Go ahead.
You got to love those cheerleader bodies. Oh, yeah.
It took me a long time to figure out who sang that Shane McMahon song, and it was Tretch.
Well, he done had a lot of booty clapping to that song. We love it.
But I will say this: what I do find more sexy is when women do the samba dance more so than that.
Experience.
I don't know. I don't know why, but I find the samba movement. I don't know. I find that more sexy than the twerking. But that's
I agree. I agree. Same here. Like me personally, the whole twerking thing doesn't turn me on at all. It's like I look at it like, yeah.
I'd rather see samba.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I don't know what it is. But I'm the same exact way. I guess it's, I don't know, maybe more artistic. I mean, hell, twerking that's not artistic at all.
It's we're getting older and we don't like the excessiveness of it.
Hey,
is that what it is?
Guys, I had it. I just didn't have enough space to keep putting it with all the videos. Next week we will get the samba and the dancing, the exotic. That's what time.
I feel this love them cyber women.
You know it, baby. You like them saggy waggies. So
yes, I do. I do love them.
If they breasts don't start
I'm embracing it.
Breasts don't hang to the stomach, he on one.
I still can't believe y'all don't remember the Nokia brick phones, the Nokia 3310s.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I had a chick. She hooked me up with this guy, and he owned a company. And because he hired me as a vice president for his sales department, I wound up getting this deal. And she had saggy waggies. Guess what she didn't have after I got that $5 million deal? Saggy waggies. I bought her brand new titties, and they weren't even mine to buy.
No, that's right.
But you know what? You benefited from her.
Oh, absolutely. It was well worth the $5,000 for the titties that I brought her. Yes.
Why not drop
Yes,
the
my
5
commission was
cents?
over 6 figures just on one deal. Yes, sir.
Why
it was
not
definitely worth $5,000 to buy her some titties.
Yeah. And only if she also wanted it too,
Oh, she had been talking to me about it for years. So
okay.
It was the one thing that I knew she wanted. So I was like, yo, you hooked me up with the job that enabled me to make this kind of money.
I'm gonna say this right now, guys.
I'll buy you some titties.
I'm gonna say this right now, guys. When you guys see all these inflatables out there, they're the worst to have sex with. The worst to have sex with.
No,
Dude, they are. They are. Listen, the titties is
they did do
like,
a good job, Ozzy. They did an outstanding job. I did get the feeling.
Again,
her boyfriend was like, "Where the fuck you get these titties from?"
If you guys deal with these inflatable cyborgs, the ass does not jiggle when you hit it from the back, and they titties hard like rock.
Now let me tell you, her ass was perfect. It was a heart-shaped, round, nice, firm ass. She just didn't have any titties, and she had already had 3 kids, so they were flat.
Oh,
the kids that wore out her titties and they wound up being flat. And I felt so bad because the rest of her was perfect. So I said, why not? You made me so much money. Why not buy her some titties?
My thing is this: I'm not against breast implants, but make it realistic. Don't.
Oh, they were.
Don't
agree.
put the
I agree.
don't put the chest up here, like up
He
here.
said all up in your face.
No, dude,
all
you're
in your
right. I
face.
agree.
Like,
I agree.
yeah.
No, I absolutely agree. Like either that or a perfect compromise would be what do they call it? A laser bra. They call it a laser bra where it's
Never
just
heard
more
of that one.
Yeah, laser bra. Yeah, I heard of it.
What is that?
That
Explain
would
what
be
that is. That's new.
It's just
Because
more.
I
It's like
might need to be getting one in the future. So for my girl. So
No,
it's a natural lift without
Yeah.
putting in the
Oh, that's if
foreign
she
object.
providedly she already had ample amount of breast though.
I think laser bras are probably better for like women that are medium. I don't know, but from what I understand, it's supposed to give it like the perfect lift,
Okay.
but still not put any object in it.
Okay, then that means she already had ample breasts, and maybe she's getting a breast reduction because they're too big, but
That
she
usually
wants them
can
sitting
be
up.
involved.
Yeah,
A
she
breast
wants them
reduction
sitting up
can be
more so.
involved, depending on the cup size. Yes,
Mhm.
it can be involved.
I get it.
Yeah, that would probably be a good compromise.
I got a question for you guys. And I tried to get Maya to tell us. So I don't think we still didn't come up with a conclusion. How do we change the culture to make it different, man? Like I know that a lot of guys on the panel may be successful, and I'm the same with you, Kanal. It's more Indians, white, and Asian. I'm always the only brother there. How we change the culture to be more successful? Because we kind of at the bottom of the level. What these guys say to get there?
Hold on now.
Yeah,
Let's
you
clarify successful, and let's clarify the culture. Are you just meaning in finance, or are you meaning all of it? Finance,
All of it.
relationships,
And
the
not just
culture as far as. Okay, let's specify that.
Marriage, 2 family homes. So that's what I mean successful. Growing up a boy to be a man. Those things are success to me.
Yeah, I mean,
You start, my friend.
That's a good question. I can't really answer that question because I'm of an outside culture.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, personally, I think it's all mental. Working around a bunch of well-to-do Asians and Indians, what I've learned, they focus on foundations. They focus on family, values. Hard work. I think the Black community needs to go back to the basics because these other ethnic groups are focused on the basics, and I think we walked away from that, trying to be progressive. This whole progressive bullshit does not work for us. We need to get back to the basics and understand that we need a father and a mother, and we need to focus on what's important. It's what it is. And this whole progressive mindset, that's just killing us, man. That shit is not meant for us. It's what it
yeah,
is.
yeah, that's true. I mean, but
Chris got a different opinion, man. I don't know what's up. He thinks the Becky is the way to go. You got to leave Brownie and go to Becky.
No, that's not any meaning because because there's a high divorce rate with white women too, so you can't really say they're the answer.
Depending on what Becky is from, Becky's from America. She's just as bad as the other one. The fuck?
You want to know something interesting? Jesse Owens wrote in his book, the gold medalist that won the Berlin.
Yeah, we know who he is.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to like. Anyways, well, Jesse Owens has. There's more than one Jesse Owens too, but anyways, he actually said that he was actually treated much better in Germany than he was in the States, and that was like 1936.
It goes true to Russia too. A lot of Black people went over to Russia after World War II. You realize that?
That part I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like
communism always treats Black people better.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. But what I did understand was Germany actually used to be the Paradise, but I heard that spot got blown up. But I don't know if I would encourage people to relocate there, especially, again, like things are becoming progressive. Like paternity fraud doesn't exist there anymore. Like if you are identified as a father, and even if you're not, of the and the DNA doesn't match, you can still get hit for child support in Germany. Tom Likas did a radio show on this. I couldn't believe it. I was like, dang, this is, and I knew eventually it was going to hit the States, Detroit, Michigan, or at least Michigan State being one of them.
I mean, if you're married to a woman, she gets pregnant outside the marriage, that's child support, bro. You still paying in America.
That's crazy.
Doesn't have to be your child. You were still married to her.
Yeah. See, so one thing that I learned is that, like, if you're overseas, right, and you have children, and eventually, if they're wanting to get citizenship in the States, there has to be a paternity test to prove that there's a birthright citizenship.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the way I will do my future children. They will be born in the country their mother is from, and I will bring them back to the States to get their citizenship, or I'll apply for it long distance.
Yeah, that would be the smart way, because then, a paternity test then is required, and by then, at least you'll know, instead of like knowing 50 years too late. Like this one, I saw something on a short where the guy didn't even know for 50 years that he was the father. He wasn't the father. Sorry.
Well, my brothers are approaching close to 5 hours. Usually I thought we was going 2.5, but we love this conversation. It was great. I want to thank everybody that joined the show, everybody that's in the chat. Please subscribe to the channels, Ray Money, Ronan, Black Man Travels, Fearless. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. We appreciate the comments. The like button helps out the algorithm. We hope that, these discussions give you an insight, let you understand how people think. Maybe we don't all think the same, but maybe we can come up with a good conclusion from that. And maybe if someone doesn't think like you, maybe they changed your mind, or by thinking like that, you said, oh, now I see why we are where we are. And maybe through that, we can make some changes. So we appreciate it. We bring this to you every Friday. The Lion's Den. And as it says, sometimes you step into the Lion's Den, brother. It's not a most friendly place, but Daniel came out of the Lion's Den all right, baby. So tonight we come out of the Lion's Den unscathed once again.
You sure? I think you got scratched up by a cat or two. By the name of Maya.
Came off
some heat.
So, fellas, we appreciate it. We're going to close the show out. Before we do so, I'll give Ronan and Black Man Travels a final say on do men earn too little, or do women want too much? Ronan, first, please.
For me, men earning too little is it's a statement. I mean, definitely with the economy here in the United States, if you're talking about the United States, absolutely. A lot of men are underpaid if you want to go by standards of what the average income is. There's outliers like the gentleman sitting on this panel. Most of us are making well over what the national average is, which is a blessing. But at the same time, there's a lot of brothers that are not. And then the delusional state of, since MTV brought out Sweet 16, and the overabundance of these wealthy individuals showing how much they could make or do for their children has propagated itself through the 80s and on, to where the expectation by social media and the media itself, TV shows and everything else, is always pushed the woman to want more and more and more. And their expectations have been diluted and basically distorted into what reality is. So absolutely, because of economy, men are not earning as much if you want to go by the national standard. And then the expectation of the woman is absolutely way out of reach when it comes to what is realistic in this time frame and expected of a man to make of a normal man to make. Let's put it that way: a normal man that might not have a degree, that could be a great father and a great husband to them. And that's the other thing. A lot of women are skipping over great fathers and great mothers potentially for the income, and hence why you have 20% of the men that are pretty much impregnating 80% of the women, and all the women are going after that 20%. And that's my answer.
Kanal, sir, what say you?
I mean, personally, as always, continue to work on yourself, become the better version of yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, in all aspects. Protect your peace, yet seek happiness. Put yourself first. Never put no one before you but God. And just be the best version of yourself, man. I think one thing we fail to realize that how important it is to make sure that we're okay. We focus on other people, but ignore a lot of ourselves. So, yeah, keep it simple, man. Focus on the foundation. Understand that you come first, then before anybody else. Become the best version of yourself, and protect your peace and seek happiness, man. That's it, man. If anyone requires you to pay, come out of pocket, it is what it is. It's a business move, but at the same time, if you're trying to find a wife, you make sure you pick the right person. That's all I gotta say.
I'll say this. To answer that question, do men earn too little or do women want too much? I'm going with the women want too much. Because if Jose can go to Home Depot and he can get Maria and she takes that, take care of him with what he has, it's great. And I can't even say, it would be great to say it's color and black people this, but I met a woman, Brittany, and Ronan, you was on the channel, where she said she could get in a trailer.
She'll be on Sunday on the Andrew Show.
She can get a trailer with an acre of land, and her and her husband can grow some fruit and vegetables, and they can live happy. They didn't need to live like the Joneses. So when you got a woman who would do that, that lets you know it's not about what you earn if they just want too much. Because some women can be happy. When a woman can be satisfied with that, they can be satisfied. So a shout out to her and all the women who don't need to keep up with the Joneses and understand that they are doing something for the next generation. That's it for me. And with that said, fellas, we about to be out here. Please stay tuned. If you stayed this long and you ain't hit the...
You see how they doing me? I got to drink this whole half a glass before I can go to bed. Man, put that little shot down, man. What you swirling around?
Good night, fellas. And like I said, if you stayed this long and you ain't hit the like button, man,
that's ridiculous.
Wrong. That's just doing us dirty, man. I mean, that's just, man,
it's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame.